I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could take.
Hello, beauties. How's everyone doing? Happy Thursday. I've missed you guys so much. I love you. It's been a really busy week. Josiah had his birthday, and we celebrate the whole entire week. He turned 7, and Valentine's Day. I hope you guys had a really good Valentine's Day too. Whether you're with someone, significant other, or you're single, it don't matter. You don't have to have a significant other for Valentine's Day. Okay? But I've missed you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Hey, Be Real. What's up, Commander? Hey, Erie. Hold on, let me go up. Hey, Joanne. Hey, Bleachhead Betty. That's a different name. Lexus Fatima. How are you guys all doing? Yes, he had an amazing birthday. And thank you so much to the person who sent him a gift. I truly appreciate you. I don't know if you want me to say your name, but thank you so much. You're amazing. So I'm happy to be here to talk about this because, as you guys know, I'm not going to tell you guys the whole story. Most of you guys have found me from covering this story. Dre Mccray is somebody that I've followed for a really long time. I say all the time that I used to enjoy watching her. She can slay some makeup. She does an amazing job. She taught me how to slay a wing. She didn't teach me, but she definitely taught me how to perfect my wing. Let's put it that way. And I watched her for a really long time, and probably has it been a year? It's been a year. No. When did it start, you guys? Months ago. I started covering her story because I had stopped watching her for a while. I just kind of, sometimes you just kind of lose touch with somebody and you don't watch them as much. And I had come across somebody's post, and Dre Mccray's husband, makeup enthusiast. She has 800,000 followers on Facebook, and all social media platforms. She is very successful. She also is with a jewelry company called Paparazzi. You guys know all of that. And she's a very charismatic woman, and very funny when she wants to be. Intelligent, all of those things. So I always enjoyed watching her. Something changed within her, so I didn't watch her as much anymore. And I came across a post, and it showed that her husband, which is Marvon Mccray, was in a coma. And as I did my research, on groups, I started covering the story. And then I kind of stopped covering Dre and started covering Without a Crystal Ball's coverage on this story. And because she was just, she was a mess. Okay. Without a Crystal Ball was a mess. And because I have been covering her story, and I have covered her story, I am going to give my opinion. This is not going to be a long live. I'm going to give my opinion. She recently, and it's been probably, I don't know, I'm going to say about 6 months, and she has been radio silent. She has not said a word, despite of a lot of influencers covered this story, you guys. Okay, not influencers, people, creators. A lot of creators covered this story, gave their opinion. But once there was nothing new, we all moved on, except for the tragedy pimps, okay? Those are the only people who haven't moved on and who continue to perpetuate false narratives, who continue to make up and fabricate and make up lies about this story because it's their cash cow. It's what they make money off of, other people's tragedies. Every creator gave their opinion, they covered the story and moved on. Not Molly Golightly, not Justice for All. Okay, not them. They're going to suck all the money out of this until they can't suck any money out of it anymore. That's what they're doing. And because of that, they have to make up lies. And regardless of anything, MGL has never stopped talking about this story. She's never stopped. Other creators talked about this story and moved on to the next. She continued to talk and talk and talk about the same story over and over and over again. And she still does. And she has gone above and beyond, has said a lot of horrible things, and has slandered and bashed this woman, Dre Mccray, beyond belief. Beyond fucking belief. And Dre Mccray has managed to stay silent this long. This long. I don't know how she's done it. I can actually give her credit for that because there is no way she has a lot of willpower, because it is hard. It is hard when somebody's talking shit about you. You know they're lying about you. It's hard to keep your mouth shut. It is. It's hard not to respond. And no matter what they have said about her, because they're the ones who have gone above and beyond when it comes to this story. It's not a case. It's a story, because at the end of the day, Dre Mccray has been cleared. There's nothing more to this story. We all have our opinions because of what we've seen. We're not going to pretend like we didn't see the things that we've seen, and we're all entitled to our opinions. But she is cleared, and this story is over. There's nothing else left to talk about. That's what I mean when I say it's over. But people are going to continue to lie and fabricate. So she has managed to stay silent this whole time. And what? On Monday, she did a live stream. Now, my favorite creator, one of my favorite creators, the Chisme Reports, he covered this. So I'm just going to go on to his live stream because I can't find it on Facebook. I mean, Dre probably has me blocked or something, but because she blocked most of the creators who covered this story, she blocked, including Chisme. He actually had to create another account to get this story. So I'm just going to go on to his channel and let you guys hear what she has to say. Some of you guys probably already know what she has to say, but you don't know my opinion yet. And I'm not going to play all of it. I'm just going to play some key parts that I think is important for you guys to see, and just let you guys know my opinion and where I stand. That's what commentary is. That's when I came and met this side of YouTube. And I'm so, so happy that you did, Erie. Hey, Phoenix, how are you? Right, I forgot about her till today. MGL and her cronies were on Katie like a grifter on a tragedy. Right. I can do my right wing easy, but my left, forget it. Check mark. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I will tell him you guys said happy birthday. He had an amazing birthday. Yeah, Molly is blaming it all on KJ. And you guys already know how that story goes. I mean, in the beginning, we all know how KJ is, and we all know how Molly is. And unfortunately, because KJ has such a horrible reputation, it gave Molly that opportunity to play as if she's innocent. And she is far from innocent. She's not even close to being innocent. We all know that Molly, to me personally, is worse than KJ. But it was easy for Molly to flip everything on KJ. I didn't like the things that KJ was doing either. But when you look at the bigger picture, who's still covering this story? Who's still talking about this story? Who still keeps making up lies? Because it sure as hell ain't KJ. She made up lies. She did a lot of shit that I do not agree with, but she's not talking about this story anymore. Which should show you right there the intent of the tragedy pimps. So let me pull this up real quick. Okay, make sure you guys are subscribed to the Chesme Report. He will be in my description below. He is amazing. He stays on top of things. What I like about the Chesme Report is he covers a lot of people. Mostly, too, he covers a lot of Facebook influencers, which is really cool. Hey, Twin Thing, how are you? Okay, so I am going to play this, and I'm just going to play a little bit of it. I did hear that this was a really long live stream. I don't even think Chisme was able to finish it, but I just want to have you guys listen to her side. It's only the right thing to do since I've covered this story. So let me play this.
Go to my other account and see if I could see her here. So yeah, I didn't think she was gonna go live tonight. It's 10 o'clock my time. Okay, here it is. Damn, a lot of people are watching.
I thought,
let's get into it, y'all.
Go live and start doing that, and then it evolved from makeup to cooking to sharing so many different things. You know.
She has 14. Wow, that's a lot.
On May 23rd, 2022.
Watch party, y'all.
My husband attempted, and it was. There's no words. I need to take my time because I am getting help. And lately, my heart has been doing a number. And the pain, I feel a physical pain. And it's such a sharp pain right now. So it's like, I really need to take my time. So thank you for your patience and letting me say what I have to say.
What's wrong with the sound? Can you guys not hear her? Let me know if you guys can't hear. There's no sound? Can you hear me talking? I don't know what the hell's going on here.
It should have never been this way. My husband, I found him, and it was shocking. I was studying the Bible with my daughter.
Okay, I think it might just be you, Commander. But let me turn this up here. Isn't there a way that you can turn it up on here? Yeah, right here. Oh, it's all the way up, you guys. So that's on his sound, I'm sure. Okay, let's continue. And yes, I do want to start off by saying that she looks so healthy. Okay, compared to, I agree with you, Ari, compared to the way that she was before, you know, it's always a good thing when you are trying to get your life together and you feel like, you know, losing weight, you want to lose weight, you want to be healthy. But I think we all know, in comparison to the way that she was, you know, months ago to the way she looks now, she looks so much more healthier in a physical aspect. She looks so good. She looks great.
It was on a Monday, and we would study 7 o'clock in the mornings. That was our study. And Vaughn comes out of his room, and he was not well. But Vaughn hadn't been well for some time, and that's something that I didn't share and go into detail and continue to talk about publicly.
It's crazy.
My husband struggled with seizures for 2 years prior, less than 2 years prior to the attempt and his subsequent brain injury. And before he would have seizures, he would go through a major personality change. My husband's the most loving, selfless, caring. Hold on, let me take some kava because I'm hacking.
She looks a lot healthier, y'all. Yeah, she does look very healthy. I don't know if that makes sense, but healthy. What the heck are we watching? This is Andrea Mccray. She's finally back on social media for those just coming on. I'm not going to do a lot of talking because we're having a watch party right now.
My husband is the most kind, gentle person I've ever met. And I know that it's so cliche, but I've never seen a man apologize. I've never seen a man treat a woman the way he taught me, not even in movies, or treated me, not taught me, I'm sorry. But before a seizure, he was not himself. Very narcissistic, egotistical. He was scary. He terrified me.
Wow.
Because it was so not him. And that's what made me feel even more so like, am I in a twilight zone? Because it was so confusing why he would be the way he was. And after this time of I'm sorry, I seen a comment and I shouldn't have. I put the settings on to where there wouldn't be comments because I know that people wouldn't give me the safe place, but that's the whole reason why I'm live, because I need to tell you about what's been happening these last 8 months, but especially what's happening right now, because this is not a good update. And so no matter what you feel about me, respect that y'all ran me off. Y'all ran with delusions of grandeur, people that never watched me probably a day in their life, didn't know me from Adam, but people on social media love to talk, and I'm not with the drama, and I'm not the type of person to say I don't like drama.
Okay, I'm gonna, just y'all know me. And I'm just gonna say really quick that nobody can run you off social media. You made a choice, and it sucks, the things that were being said about you. It sucks because, we all watched videos and there were groups started about you. And yes, we all gave our opinion when it comes to commentary. But nobody can run you off social media unless you let them. Okay? You had a choice, and your choice was, I'm going to back off until the drama stops, and that was your choice. Just like with Mega Mouse, she has reported people that come on my channel. She does a lot of the shit that she does behind the scenes, and she's had her troop come into my channel, report people on my page so they could lose their channel. She's done a lot of shit behind the scenes to me, but I'm still here. I don't give a fuck what she does, because nobody, and I mean nobody, can break me. It'll never happen, ever. So you have a choice. And I understand that obviously your situation was completely different than mine. You had people saying some pretty horrible things, including talking about your kids, but you still made a choice. And that was your choice.
I can't stand drama. I don't like drama. No. I say it and I show it by action. So as soon as I seen social media acting a fool, I was out. There ain't going to be no back and forth, sister. There is no, we're going at each other. There's going to be no drama. You are going to be whoever. And then it's not a single person. Many influencers and content creators have tried to tarnish my name.
Call Molly out, please.
And all these lies. And I was gone. This is my income. This is what I've been doing for 5 years. So allow me a safe place to come back. And don't judge other people for feeling how they feel, but respect them. If you feel some type of way about me, then this is not going to be a place for you to be. Now, I can't make you leave, but I don't accept that energy at all. And I don't know why you would want to do that to someone who is going through something so hard in their life. No matter what you feel about me, my husband still has a brain injury. My husband still needs care. I still need to provide for my husband.
So he's still in the coma.
My children. I've been the breadwinner for 5 years, not my husband. I have. With his help, we've been able to run a very successful business. The social media aspect, gosh, he's helped me so much. But the main responsibility has always lied on me. And I've been gone for 7 months without getting an income. And there's a lot of things that have been put out about me that are straight up lies, and things that are lies that want to make you feel some type of way, literally to have hate in your heart to give to me, which makes no sense. When my husband did what he did, he had been in that trigger for 3 weeks already.
Let's start off with saying this. This is social media. When you make your life public, you open the door for people to criticize you, for people to give their opinions. You are a very, very popular, influencer, beauty enthusiast, but you also let people in on a big chunk of your life. So because of that, this is the consequence that comes along with that. When I vlog and I show people my personal life, it opens the door for people to critique it. It comes with the territory, and it's unfortunate, but there is a way that it should be handled. And do I agree with the way that some people have handled it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The things that, has been said, and people, talking about your kids, which is a line that I'd never crossed. People don't know how to be a decent human being. They just don't. But people are going to have an opinion when you open your life up like that. I think she's got some kind of publicist, I don't know, or got some kind of social media advice, just saying. I don't think she's saying anything wrong. I think it was good for her to take a break from being online until she was ready to come back. I agree. I think I've said this from the very beginning. She has handled this with nothing but grace. Okay. I've admitted it myself. this is just me giving my opinion about some of the things that she's saying. I'm not saying she's saying anything wrong. I'm not even saying she's saying anything right. I'm saying this is me giving my opinion about her, what she's saying. That's what commentary is. But when you open yourself up like that, people are going to give their opinions. And if you don't want people to give their opinions, then don't let them in. Don't be so public with your personal life.
He was not himself for a while, and I was concerned, and things were not well. And it's hard because with being by his side all this time, you realize that if he's in a triggered state, he's either going to get better or he's going to have a seizure. So you're just waiting for time to pass by. After 3 months or 3 weeks, then he took drastic measures. So I stayed off of social media. For the first week, I was completely off. Then I needed support from Slay Mafia, my subscribers, people that subscribe to this Facebook page. We have such a good bond, and I needed that help for me because I was going through a lot. Then after 2 weeks, my husband was given a feeding formula that interacted with his body in a very bad way. My husband was at the VA hospital, and from day 3, it was pull the plug type energy. And it lasted throughout the duration of his visit. And during a certain time, he was given feeding formula that I could clearly see his body is interacting in a very bad way. We've been vegans for a while. We've been alkaline vegan for like a year, but well, more than that now. But at that time, like 3 years, he hadn't had any meat, and all they have is animal products. Like when I say my husband had a negative reaction, I'm talking about before he could be off of the ventilator for 8 hours. And then when he had the increase in the feeding formula, he couldn't last 5 minutes. He couldn't, his heart rate, he couldn't function. What the doctor said is that he's going to be on a ventilator for the rest of his life, never going to be able to recover. This is his state from here on out. That's what I was told. Day 3. Day 1 and 2 was really bad, detrimental. It was awful. But I said so many prayers asking for God to intervene and save my husband's life. And I thought he was gone when he was on the gurney coming from the backyard. I was so shocked. Because I thought, I performed CPR. I don't even know how long, but his body. When I seen that his heart was pumping, that was all that I needed to know and believe that he's going to get better and that in time he will recover. And so then leaving the VA hospital with all those issues.
Appreciate the stars, guys.
Whenever you hear that sound, that beeping sound, that is actually the Chisme report whenever he gets stars on Facebook. That's not, excuse me, on my end. And also, trigger warning, this is obviously very sad. And we're all still praying for Vaughn and that he recovers because miracles happen every day. So
there's so many things that I'm going to be talking about the next few days. So I'm giving you update kind of like a need to know kind of basis right now. But there's a whole lot of stuff that I want to talk about, and I'm going to fill in a whole lot of gaps and clear a whole lot of things up.
We'll be here.
Right now, I'm just going to talk about what's important to the story right now.
This is live.
Vaughn leaves the hospital, and in 4 days, they take him off the ventilator and never put him back on. And it was amazing. And I was posting that on social media, and I'm like, oh my God, like, bro, he's off the ventilator. I remember the post, he was off the ventilator for 31 hours. Oh my gosh. Like it was amazing. And then in time, my husband did exactly what I said he would do.
Thank you for the stars.
Heal. And throughout it, I've been by his side every single day. When people were trying to clip videos of mine and put together a false narrative, and the internet was going crazy, when Marvon's, my husband's biological mother, really contributed to the harassment I received, it was severe. Whenever she posted the police.
Okay. One thing I am going to say, and my opinion doesn't change on this. I will never agree with her not, and obviously there's different stipulations to this story, but I will never agree with her not letting certain people in his family see Marvon. It's the time where you have to put your differences aside. Even though I am not her, you know what I'm saying? I still don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all.
Police report of what happened. She did it without redacting my address and my phone number. And immediately,
yeah, that's crazy.
Immediately back to back, harassment, DATH threats, people telling me I should have been the one that did it to myself. And
y'all think she has a script, or like she wrote down the key points?
There was a Facebook group, I think it grew like 80,000 people in like 4 days. These groups, these people that were trying to make people hate me, literally, like they were posting videos from like 3 years ago to get people to have a negative, hateful feeling towards me. When all that was happening and when these groups were growing and then all of these creators are getting on, I felt very scared, very scared. The main Facebook page that started all of this,
oh shit,
they made a post saying that they're flying here to Tucson to come protest out of my parents' house because I was not allowing Von's mother at that time to see him. And I had to get, whenever they made that post, I'm really glad that they gave a heads up, because I was on a Zoom meeting with my friends and they were like, Dre, I'm very sorry to tell you this, but I think you should get in your RV and leave right now. People are on their way to your mom's house. And immediately my mom pulls up her RV right next to mine. And I have to tell my children, who are already dealing with the fact that their dad is in the hospital, this is not our city. Tucson is not where we're from. We're in an RV. Like, everything is so new. Our life has completely turned upside down. And now we're having to run for our safety because people want to come and stalk me because they feel like I had something to do with this. So I left and I went to an RV park. And sometime around that time, that's when I went 3 days without visiting my husband because I was worried for my safety. At that time, I was working with a private investigator, and she checked up on me and she was asking how I was doing, and I told her I'm not good. I've never left his side ever, not once. I've been by my husband's side every single day. But I worry because people, Marvon's mother posted the location of his hospital, asking who's in Tucson. You know, like, why would you do that to your son? That's his location. Why would you do that? And then there's people that, this one guy in particular who had a Facebook page that said he worked with Von. He had this big old rifle in his Facebook page and saying that, you know, acting like he's going to go to bat for Von. Von still has his phone. I logged into Von's Facebook. They ain't even Facebook friends. He literally just tried to friend request him. Like,
thank you for the stars,
because he was on the top of my husband's friend request list. Like, that is how much people try to get involved for clout. That's how desperate people were to act like they really cared about Von when they absolutely showed no love to him. if anybody ever cared about Vaughn, you would know how much he loves and adores and how much his family is his whole entire world. And me, our relationship, it's hard to describe. I feel like it's so obvious when you see videos of me and Vaughn. Look at the way he looks at me. Look at, why wouldn't you do everything that you can to save your husband's life with a man as special as him? And yet I'm judged for wanting them to continue to help him to keep fighting. I'm looked at bad, like I should have just let him go since this is what he wanted. Are you kidding me? How can you even form your thoughts to think that, but even more so express that type of views for someone else's life, something that's so precious? Life is a gift. It's such a miracle. So to say that about someone, just crazy. But for 3 days, I didn't go to see Vaughn because I was worried of my safety. And then she told me, you got to go there. Even if you pull up in your vehicle and you ask them to have security escort you from your vehicle inside, then do that. So what I would do is I would park a mile away from the hospital, and then I would take a taxi to go visit my husband every day. Those 3 days that I didn't see him, he declined so much. See, Vaughn at that time, he had already been opening his eyes, and it was a little bit. Vaughn's eyes, one eyeball would be like looking straight, and the other eye would be like, his eyes were around and they were barely open. One was open barely, and then after some time they both opened, but it took 2 months for his eyes to fully open. Vaughn's eyes are fully open, like all the way. The way he looks at me, still with hearts in his eyes, but I'll get there in a minute.
So they're open.
Vaughn's eyes shut all the way. After those 3 days, his eyes weren't open no more. His heart rate was normally in the 70s, low 80s. He was over 120, tachycardic. In the 130s, I think the first day that I got back, he was 130, and he had declined a lot. And as soon as I seen him, I knew that as scary as I felt for my safety, I am so much more scared of losing the man that I love with all my heart. So from that time on, for weeks, I would park a mile away and take a taxi to the hospital to go see my husband. And in time, within a few days, his heart rate started to decline and his eyes started to open again. And after that, I vowed I'm never, ever leaving his side again. And the only other time that I have left his side was because I had to make sure that my girls were protected, and I had to go to court.
She has 19.8 thousand people
I didn't
watching.
make it back in time. I made it very late, like the next day, early in the morning, and I didn't see him. And you know what happened? The very next day, as the caregiver that took care of him, he told me that he didn't sleep all night. That whole night, didn't sleep. Every 2 hours, he checks on him because Vaughn needs to be turned. The whole night, nope. He goes, passes by the room all the time. Nope, Vaughn never slept, not even a 20-minute nap. And it took days after that for him to be calm again. That's the type of bond that me and my husband have. My husband is doing things that the doctor said he never would, which is why I'm so mad now, because he's back in the hospital. And it's not because his health is declining.
So he was
It's because he was abused. There was foul play and negligence involved. And it seems like my voice is not loud enough. And I know what y'all did to me, crucify me over things that weren't even true. So I hope that this creates a ripple so that my husband can continue to fight. Because right now, he's fighting for his life in the hospital. When my husband first did this, and I'm going through this adjustment period, I felt good. I felt strong because I knew, and I prayed to God that he would make me, don't give me false hope, save my husband's life. But if that is not what his body is showing, if that's not the direction he's going, don't let me have false hope. And
One thing that I think it's really important to say is that everybody wants to know an update on Vaughn, you know, because regardless of what anybody's opinion was throughout this whole story, we all genuinely want for Vaughn to pull through, you know, and overcome this coma. So here is your update, because she is the only one that can give us an update on what is going on with Vaughn. Nobody else knows. Okay. No matter how much people pretend, okay, the tragedy pimps, no matter how much they try to sit there and pretend like they know what's going on or whatever the situation is, they don't. She is the only one who knows. Okay. And I think it's pretty crazy if you read what Commander said. I saw a clip of Molly this evening. This is all allegedly, obviously. I saw a clip of Molly this evening saying that Marvon Sr. is concerned about what he saw in the body cam footage and that he wants to make contact with LE and go to Arizona. Okay, well, I didn't watch the body cam footage because I don't think it's right to watch the body cam footage. I don't feel comfortable with it. I felt very... No, I would never do that. As soon as I seen it, I turned it off. But I guess that would have to come from whoever seen it. If they see, from what I seen, the little bit of what I seen, she saved his life. That's what I seen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what it is that he seen, but you can't believe anything that comes out of that woman's mouth. You just can't. Dre did a members live and she stayed up until 6 a.m. blocking people making hateful comments. She blocked everybody who made hateful comments. Well, that's good for her. She doesn't have to, deal with the hateful comments if she don't want to. I couldn't watch it. Yeah, I could not watch it either. She said he was upset about watching it and wanted to go see him, but need help with funding to go. We're going to listen to the rest of this because there's not much left. I mean, I think there's probably maybe 30 minutes.
And there would always be signs after signs that would show me he's going to pull through and make it. After you already seen the videos that I would do, I would put my hands on my husband's face and he would turn it. He still does that.
You put the saliva too, though.
He would cry a lot. Whenever he would show pain, he started to cry. He bats his eyelashes at me. He still does. He did it before I left the hospital. He batted his eyelashes at me. But he's not good in there for good reasons. My husband, after he left the care facility, I'm just going to say it because it was already put out there. He was at, well, I don't want to say it. After my husband left the VA hospital, he went to a long-term care facility. And after that, the VA was only going to pay for 30 days of him being there, but they could ask for an extension for 60 days. So after that, though, they're not paying for his care. And that's not a place that he really stays long term. They said he's already improved so much that he wouldn't even qualify for him to be there anymore. And before I even get there, when my husband left the VA hospital, they didn't even want him anymore. I didn't ask them to move my husband from the VA hospital. I never did. They told me from the get-go, like, he's going to have to go somewhere. If you want him to continue to live, then he has to go somewhere. He can't stay here in the ICU forever. These are things that they told me. So I was very well aware. The VA hospital is for emergency measures. After here, he's going somewhere else. And I was so glad whenever he left. And I'm going to talk about that visit that Vaughn had at the VA hospital with family members. I'll get to that another video, so stay tuned for that. But whenever he left, he went to a new facility, and he never left that facility. Whenever Vaughn moved, it was because the staff at the VA had sent him there. When my husband went to the step-down hospital, whenever he moved rooms. He didn't move buildings. From the moment I got there, I let them know, hi, my name is Andrea Mccray. This is my husband. I'm a social media influencer. This is my platform. This is what happened to my husband. This is what people believe. I need your help in keeping him safe. And the CEO didn't play no games. She was like, we're going to move him to a different room. At first, he was in the room right next to the door. She didn't play that. Like, no, anybody can come here. There were people talking about they're going to put on scrubs and walk in the hospital. The whole hospital had to shut down. That hospital had to shut down. Do you understand that? That's how big the negative attention of what happened.
Why would a hospital shut down?
And the lies created, that's what it caused. It caused a direct negative effect on not just my husband's care, but the other people in the facility. People were nervous going to work. It was sad. The other people in the hospital, their care was affected because of what was happening online. People were nervous, the people that worked there, because they seen what was happening online. And that's how people show their love. That's justice for Vaughn. That's justice for Vaughn. Telling other people his location, that's justice for him. Telling everybody the most vulnerable thing that he could have been struggling with. I know with my history, I've been married 8 years. I know my husband. My husband knows me. This platform that I've had on social media, I know what he wouldn't want me to share and what he would.
I don't know how a hospital could shut down. I'm with Chesme on that. Like, how could a hospital shut down? I can see them taking more cautionary measures, but for a hospital to shut down, that's different. That's not anything I've ever heard.
There were things that were shared that he would have never wanted out. And we're going to go over that throughout the next few days. So stay tuned for that.
I will stay tuned. I'm fucking tired already.
But my husband knows that I need to take care of my children. I'm in a whole new city. When this happened, I dropped my stuff and left. As soon as this happened and I was done talking to the police, I went in, got my stuff, and went to the hospital. I called my mom and I said, Mom, or I texted her, I believe. I said, I need you to get here right now. She asked me why, and I told her. So I go to the hospital. She's on her way. Mom gets here. My mom's amazing. She really is. I don't know anyone else like her. I wouldn't have been able to get through these last few months without my mom. And she has my full support. And my mom wants a chance to speak to y'all also. So within the next few days, you guys, she wants to do a pre-recorded video. She don't want to go live, but she wants to talk about what hell this has been for her too, which is sad because my dad, like, dude, he's from Michoacan, Uruapan. Like, he's from deep South Mexico. He came here, had a green card. He enlists in the Navy and serves his country for 26 years. After 26 years, then he gets out, he works at the VA. And now he has another government position. And it was so sad that with the negativity that was spread, people wanted to come and drive by my parents' house because they knew that's where I was staying. People wanted to come protest outside my parents' house. The neighbor is an elderly woman whose son used to work for the police department, who takes very good care of her. She can't handle that. There's elderly people on this street. Do you know how bad it made me and my family feel thinking that these poor people got to go through this? I felt horrible thinking like, Dad, damn, I'm sorry you served your country, and I'm sorry you're still serving your country. This is not what he deserves. People here. So when that Facebook page made a post saying that they're coming to come stalk me, I left. And I'm glad I did, because I didn't want to bring that to my parents. They don't deserve that. My mother is a volunteer and helps people learn more about the Bible. She volunteers her time with studying the Bible with other people. And she had to prepare for people coming onto her property because of that. Back to my husband. My husband, after that facility, he didn't meet the qualifications he needed to stay because he improved so much. The CEO was amazed. She didn't think he would get better. She even told Vaughn's mom that because she had a meeting with Vaughn's mom. I didn't have no lawyer. That's going to be talked about later also. But just the fact that I didn't have a lawyer and so many people were saying I have a lawyer, No, I got off the internet because the internet was acting a fool. I was like, y'all crazy. I'm out. I got a real life husband and a real life situation to take care of. So while you guys are acting a fool, he's still in this condition no matter what. This is not my city no matter what. I got to take care of my children no matter what.
Shit, I'm falling asleep.
So I don't have time for this back and forth. Listen, me and my husband worked hard. We made great money. We have savings. We live very simply because that's what we do. We live very simply. So we have enough. And I've been living off of our savings. It was hard finding a place to put my husband because I'm in my RV. This is not a place for a person in his condition to be in. So I made the choice to put him in a facility where it's going to be safe for him and easy for me to visit. And he was. And I pay $11,000 per month out of my savings.
Sheesh.
Every single month because he doesn't qualify for All-Tex, which is the long-term care insurance here in Arizona. He's not covered. He has the VA insurance. So the VA comes and visits him. They still give him care. But no, they're not paying for this.
Bro, the VA don't do shit for veterans.
Because
it's so sad.
I'm at the point now where there ain't no way in hell my husband is going back to that care facility for what they did to him. And I don't know what's worse, the person that did it or the fact that the other people there are sweeping it under the rug and trying to cover it when it's clear signs of abuse. He ain't going back. I can't have my husband come in this RV. I need a home. In order to have a home, you have to show 3 months worth of pay stubs. My pay stubs are not going to show that I can afford a place because I'm not living off of current income. I'm living off of past. And with $11,000 getting deducted every month, my savings account is dwindling. And I need to come back because I need to make an income for my children.
Hey, at least
for my husband.
She's saying the truth, I guess.
He depends on me. He's not being taken care of by the state. I pay for him to get this care. And now that it is no longer safe for him to be in a place like this, I need to get a home. And I need to show that I can pay my rent. And right now it's not showing that. So what I'm asking also is that if you have any negative will towards me or any negative anything, please just pray about it or take it to somewhere else because that's not healthy for me and that's not healthy for my children. You see, with all these lies, everybody, like so many people try to get CPS involved and they did. CPS thoroughly investigated my family.
Shit.
They interviewed my children and they stopped by 3 different times. 3 different times.
I never agreed with going that far when it came to the children. I just feel like, yeah, there were things that we have seen that was questionable, but I still don't think that it should have crossed those lines. But we all know why that happened. I mean, we even had somebody making up lies, excuse me, about children's services, sitting there saying that she had so much time to do this and to do that, and putting up GoFundMe's for the kid's father, the girl's father, so he could get custody. Like it turned into a shit show. It really, really did. And it's sad because some people can't just give their opinion. Some people always have to take things to that next level. That's the problem. People overstep their boundaries. But I will tell you guys my opinion once this is over here.
The Tucson Police Department came to come check on my children. I had Yuma PD calling me. I mean, my APS, of course, the VA hospital opened an APS case, even though what's crazy is they created a wound on Vaughn and it was pretty severe, stage 2. I didn't even know until we got to the other facility because they didn't tell me. That's how horrible of the care that they gave on. Gave him a wound, didn't even tell me. Stage 2, didn't even tell me. I had to find out when he was at the new facility. And I lost it because I never seen something as bad or tragic. And yet the police opens a case because of all the calls that they were giving. People were calling the Yuma Police Department and they opened a case and they conducted a thorough investigation and they cleared my name.
Mm-hmm.
They seen that obviously they know things that the internet doesn't, because the internet created this false narrative that not even the internet, It was very few amount of people, very little. It's a small little few group of women, and they're not even, most of them weren't even.
Dialpad AI works for you. It won't make your coffee, but it will help crush your
connected with each other. It's just crazy how all this got spread from a tiny few people. That's it. And it blew up and took the internet by storm. And all these people doing YouTube videos on me, not once did anybody ask me, hey, this is what I plan to do a video about you.
You weren't going to reply,
This is
bro.
what's going on. You know, this is what I plan to bring out. Is there something you would like to say?
I'm going to agree with Chisme report here. I don't think you would have replied. That's just my opinion. Because at the end of the day, prior to me doing a video, even if I wanted to reach out to you, I couldn't because you had already blocked me. So, and that's only because at that time, this was in the very beginning of when I didn't know how Cat Lady, I didn't know how she was. And I was up on her panel. The next thing you know, I was blocked. So how would I have been able to get a hold of you to reach out to you? You know what I'm saying? Just throwing that out there.
You were not going to reply.
There was one person who did email me and say something like that. She already put out a video. So by that time, well, no, we're done. I would have talked to someone. I would have. If someone would have approached me and asked me for my side or my truth or what's really going on, then I would have shared that. But people didn't. The only person that asked me for permission to speak about me and my family was the Facebook or YouTube, the missing puzzle pieces. I was sent a personal message and they sent me 3 different videos that was put together. And I was blown away. I'm like, oh my gosh, these are beautiful. Yes, you have permission to use my paid content to create these videos. That's the only person that ever asked me permission to use my videos that you pay for a subscription to get. Now I'm going to talk about the abuse that took place.
Damn, she's still going, bro.
Blows my mind how people only associate pain and hurt with tears. I've already cried so much. I'm not gonna, I am trying my best to hold it together as if this is easy for me. It's crazy. But that just shows how desensitized humanity is that I'm not looked at as a person. When I get off of this live video, I go back to being a mom, and I go back to fighting for my husband's life, and I go back to being a regular person. I've been off of social media for 7 months because I didn't want to deal with the BS. I don't want to deal with it now either. So please just excuse yourself if there's any negativity or whatever. I think it would be important for you to hear the truth. And providing me a safe place to do that is important. My girl's father tried to take them away. And no, it was not granted to him. I'm responsible for their girls, for my girls. I'm responsible for their health and for their care. And we eat really good, organic, plant-based type of good. That ain't cheap. I need to make the income in order to keep providing. So I'm going to do makeup videos. I'm going to do cooking videos. I don't think a majority of it is going to be about Vaughn because of how bad it was. I need it to be a place where other influencers are going to be man enough or grown enough or sympathetic enough to say, you know what, she's right. Even though I don't like Dre, she is a mom and a wife. That's Raza's mom. That's Bella's mom. That's Oasis's mom. And that's Marvon's wife. And that's Marvon's caregiver.
Well, unblock us first.
She, regardless of what we feel, she still is responsible for those souls. The next few days or however long, I'm going to be talking about a lot of things. A lot. But right now, give me 1 second. I'm going to get into why Vaughn's in the hospital and why this is so serious.
All right. I did not know she blocked me, y'all. She literally has me blocked. I don't know why. I mean, I probably do know why. I made videos of her, but yeah, she's blocked me. So I'm watching through my other account.
I love you, Jesse.
My backup. So
thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Ashley McKnight.
She does look healthy, yes.
Okay. There is someone that works at the care home that Vaughn is at. There's only 4 people there. You know, it was really sad when Vaughn's mother put out that really whack. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Excuse me. I don't want to be petty. I don't. And I'm trying to put my nuck if you buck side away. So
Nuck
bear
if you
with me,
buck.
please. When Vaughn's mother posted that poem, it was intentionally to create negative feelings for you to have towards me. Vaughn was in an assisted living with 4 people in a house in the mountains, which is why it's I would imagine, which is why it's so expensive. Huge house.
Shit.
It was so, I mean, going there, it was always nice. I feel there's no wonder why Vaughn was healing. I mean, we're around beautiful, I don't want to say plants, but yeah, plants. I don't want to say greenery because it's a lot of green, but also like cactuses. Like, it's a desert. I love the desert, but we're in the mountains. The air feels fresh and crisp, you know? And I visit him every day and nobody knows where we're at, you know? Like, it's so good. My children go see their dad. Like, we spend time with him. It feels good. It feels great. I would be able to see him all the time, and it was nice. And because there's only 4 people, he got very good attention. They were on it. And I really like how, although they might not have seen what I seen, which is, for me, I seen so many great things for Vaughn. I've always, that's my baby. I'm always going to fight for his life. What? So even though they might have felt differently, they supported me. And I fought so hard to get my husband to have foods that were approved, like sea moss. I fought for months for Vaughn to get sea moss, and he finally was able to get sea moss. Like, what? Are you kidding me? And then
Like a sea moss.
I tried so hard for Vaughn to get moringa powder.
I haven't fell asleep yet, guys.
Moringa powder, and
on my
he
phone.
would take it every day. 2 tablespoons sea moss in the morning, moringa powder in the evening. And then right before he got into the hospital, ashwagandha was added to the list. And Vaughn, he would have purple onion tea every day. like, duh, what do you expect him to do whenever he's on something so good? You know, it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm not the type to hold on to negativity. How can you hold on to negativity and expect positive things to happen? That doesn't make sense. They repel. Okay. So I need to have a good positive mindset. And I always have with my husband. And I always tell him, baby, as long as you keep fighting, I'm going to keep fighting. And when you feel like it's too much, then baby, I will give you your dignity and we'll go from there. But he continues to fight. After 4 months, Vaughn started making noises. Like,
That's crazy.
someone that's supposed to never talk again, never walk again, never speak again, never, like,
That's God's work.
ventilator for the rest of his life. He started like, I say talking, you know, he started talking, but it's like noises, like like he does that. And I'm like, what? It was the most amazing thing. And it was the most amazing thing to me that I paid for a song to be written in honor of that, so that I could play it for my baby, so he can know how proud I am of him and how much it meant to me to hear his voice and how much I long for him to say, I love you again. But there's so many milestones that he would hit. And then the most recent milestone, I ain't even gonna say, but I'm just like, what the? It's amazing how the lights that were turned off are turning back on. You know, I am witnessing a miracle. Like, what? It's amazing. And I see him every day. So I'm by his side witnessing it every day, breathing life into my baby. Every day he gets red light therapy. Every day he gets his aromatherapy. Every day he gets massages. That man he is loved beyond measured. And it shows in the level of care that he gets. Until recently.
A lot of dead
Hard,
air.
dude.
A lot of dead air.
Do you hear the rain?
It is raining in Arizona, actually. Bro, it was like loud earlier.
Do you guys want to hear it?
All right, yeah. I don't know how much more I could do.
Oh, hold on. I don't think I can.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear?
If I can't, it's gonna get copyrighted. What is this?
Do you hear that?
Oh, that's him. I thought that was the song she made for him.
That's so bum. He's doing amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. The milestones that he's making, the things that doctor said he would never do, and he's doing, and it's incredible. And he's my whole heart and soul, which is why I'm so disturbed at this setback, because he was doing great and he was healing. And I even found a neurology place that is going to do the hyperbaric chamber on him, or they will put him in the hyperbaric chamber. I've already toured the facility. I told them about my husband's condition, and they're ready. They're like, hey, you get him here, we'll do our job 5 days a week, hyperbaric chamber. So I've been trying so hard to get the VA to approve that. I need a referral, and it's been a fight that I haven't won.
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com and set up.
Yeah.
Yes, you can watch this as a replay later.
Wednesday night, early Thursday morning, my husband was withheld his food and water. And I know this because of the severe dehydrated state that he was in the following day. He did not look the same, and I was very concerned for the way he looked. I'm with him every day. This was not normal. It was bad. And I think right now I'm going to leave out a lot of certain details, but he had lost 5 pounds that night and gained it right back the next day. And 12 hours later, not even like the next day, not like 24 hours, 12 hours later. And I said, I know that, watch, you weigh him again, he's going to weigh 5 pounds, because people don't lose 5 pounds overnight. That don't make no sense. Watch, he's going to weigh more. And certainly enough, he did. And because he was so dried out, the tube that's in his belly, the JG tube, I would imagine his organs being so dry from being so dehydrated that he shriveled up. And now that cord is kinked.
Take a nap will wake you up.
Because of the severe dehydrated state that this person left my husband in, he's not even in the condition to get surgery to fix it. That peg tube is for his water, it's for his food, it's what keeps him going. And he can't even have it through there no more. So this is certainly a different change of events now. And this is bad enough to make me want to come back on social media after I was like, I'm out. No thanks. I don't want no part of this. And so now he's in the hospital, and they weren't giving him what he needed. He went from being super dehydrated. He went to the hospital. His veins were flat. Got an ultrasound machine, couldn't even do it because his veins were flat. Finally, they called a specialist. She got an IV in. Immediately pumped him with 3 liters of fluid, back to back to back. Then he gets admitted, and within a couple days, I noticed, why doesn't he have water hanging? Like, why is his urine looking brown? Why is his heart rate doing this? And
I think it's raining.
it was bad. And I feel like by the grace of God, his heart rate is settled at dead. Now he's on something called TPN. So it's giving nutrition through his veins. And it's really up to his body to get strong enough again to be able to withstand surgery so that they can fix it. And that's where we're at right now. After Vaughn progressed, after Vaughn hit all these milestones,
Thank you. She has
Vaughn
16.6
was able to get off
thousand.
the ventilator by himself. He wasn't supposed to do that. After Vaughn was able to start expressing himself through tears, after Vaughn was able to start using his voice, after Vaughn was able to start opening his eyes, after Vaughn was able to start communicating with me in other different ways, after Marvon was able to stare in my eyes and bat his lashes as his way of just making me
guys.
feel some type of way, to now back to this.
Thank you for the stars.
All of the milestones that we hit, and we're back to here. I think it's absolutely disgusting for people to say anything negative about my husband, especially regarding whether he should be alive or not. That's the most vile, demonic, low frequency. It's garbage. It's so vile. Nobody's over here wiping my husband's butt. Let's keep it real. Nobody's here paying for him to get the care that he needs. Nobody's by his side every single day. Every single day. I have to make him a fresh batch of CMOS every 3 days, because although it lasts 3 weeks, that's what the VA wants me to do, so that's what I'll do. I spend a whole lot of money. His food, I pay over $600 a month on that because it's not covered by insurance. Kate Farms, he's doing great on the Kate Farms. The vegan formula, he's doing great. All out of pocket. And I do it without batting my eye, with no hesitation. Take all my money. Whatever we can do to help give this man a fighting chance, because he wants to live, that's his choice. I'm not forcing him to push boundaries his body doesn't want to. I'm not prolonging or holding on to something that ain't real. I hold on to hope and I'm positive, but if he shows me he has a will to live, then I am going to create a safe place in order for him to do so. The fact that that safe place has been compromised, I will take this to the highest extent possible. APS is involved now, and they are aware. And
I'm not talking, Angela, because we're listening to what she has to say. What Dre has to say. When she's done talking, that's when I'll say what I have to say.
there is an investigation. And the care home, they are aware. And the person that did this, I'm sure she was all up to date with all the stuff. I'm almost certain that the reason why she felt what she did is because of all the things she heard online. What happened online, the crucifixion of me, that negatively affected Vaughn's care. It had a direct effect on it. Here, moving forward.
Appreciate that, Carol. Wow, thank you.
Keep social media safe, because no matter how you feel, you express it online, other people eat into it. And negativity, everybody, a lot of people jump on the bandwagon, and a lot of people love that train. It's fun for them. That's not fair to my children. I'm the parent that they rely on because their biological father has failed them. And now their dad now is not in the condition.
A lot of people don't know this, but if you have the YouTube app on your phone, you could be using it to make up to
to be there in the fullest extent that they need. But we look and we have such a positive mindset. You know what's sad? Actually, dude, my makeup is just so crazy.
Oh,
my
she picked up her leg
coming off.
like she's gonna go for another damn hour.
Please, I don't want to look like this the first day I come back to social media.
Oh, look how I look. I don't give a
But
shit.
there's been such a change of events that I wasn't going to come back to social media to fight with people I don't even know, that don't even know me, that have the audacity to post body cam footage. Are you kidding me? How sick do you have to be?
Here we go.
And you know what I
Molly.
really think the issue is that as like people can have all the things. People can have a whole husband, a whole marriage, a whole house, all these things and still be so unhappy. And yet they see me happy with my husband, even in the bedbound state that he's in. I couldn't be more happy and grateful that he is here alive with me today. And yet I still think people are jealous of that fact that I'm happy with my current state. That's what it is. And people's jealousy, it shows. And they show it in different ways by attacking me.
Stop being jealous,
It's not
y'all.
okay. Let the fact that the police closed the investigation, the fact that CPS ain't taking away my children, the fact that APS ain't never stopped me from seeing my husband, the fact that I have never gotten kicked out of no hospital, the fact that everybody that knows me in real life, I've never lost anyone that's close to me in my real life. People that went on the internet that would talk and supposedly close to me, they were out of my life for years. That wasn't something that they weren't even close. I mean, 2, 3, 4 years. Like, this is people that were not even in my life. All the people that acted like they know me, that those are from my past. That's not even, they wouldn't have any information on what's happening now, like at all. Anybody that ever said they have an update, it was never accurate. I don't think there's ever been anyone that has posted anything accurate, especially my children taking T that starts with a K, supposedly a video. And I thought it must have been passion flower, because there ain't no way there's no video. That's not even possible. The passion flower, yeah, it could be possible. There's a video of that because my children take it. Yes. But that was ginger, dude. The video that circulated was my children taking ginger. That's what it was. Ginger. And yet people can say whatever they want, and then the internet runs with it. Crazy. It's crazy. Every person that investigate my family, I always got compliments on how strong of a woman I am, how incredible my children are, and how keep it up. Nobody should be criminalized for choosing to feed their children fruits and vegetables and giving them foods that are going to contribute to their healing, not detriment. But that's going to be discussed in another live further
All right,
down the road.
we'll end this live already, please.
I feel like I've said all that needed to be said. And I know I'm kind of like everywhere. This was not planned. I was planning on doing pre-recorded videos only. Ain't no updates on Vaughn. I was only going to talk about what was already out to give people the actual truth, actual, real. But no, this is different. Now, for the first time, now this is the hardest time in my life. Now this is. I hold on to hope. I hold on to my faith. And that kept me going all these months. And it's going to continue to keep me going. But it wasn't no false hope.
She's live right now, y'all.
That was me really, truly feeling like my husband's got this. And the fact that that opportunity could be taken away from him from someone else's negligence and it being swept under the rug and my husband possibly not coming back from this. Are you kidding me? That does something to me that is, yeah. But as I said, I'm getting help for this. I have an incredible doctor. She's giving me this homeopathic stuff that is working wonders on me. And it's helping me to be able to function with the pain that I feel. Because this started Thursday. And it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like every single day has been so intense. Like, it's been hard. And I just want to be able to have a safe place where I can go back to cooking live, you know, where I could do my makeup, where we could talk about things, you know. I want to vibe with people that want to vibe with me. That's it. Whatever you feel, I'm sorry that you feel. But please, if I'm not your cup of tea, don't force yourself to be here. And the negativity that is spread, it has a direct effect on my family. So please leave my family alone. Stop trying to profit off of my husband's tragedy.
Molly, they're
Y'all
talking
already
to
made
you.
a lot of money. I mean, and none of it went towards my husband's care. And that's the thing. None of it went towards him staying in that house. Never once did I go live asking nobody for money.
Just let me repeat that real quick. What the Chisme just said. She's talking to you, you tragedy pimps. That's what she's talking to. All of you people who can continue to profit off of this woman's tragedy, off of everything that she's going through. She's talking to you.
Never said, hey, y'all donate to this. Never, not once throughout all of this. And yet so many people have profited off of lying about sharing things that should never be out to the public and spreading things. That's not okay. And I don't have a lawyer. Again, just in case. Anybody who ever said I had a lawyer, like anything that they've ever said, question, because they don't have the facts.
Did she have one?
I'm not suing anyone right now.
She says she had
My
one.
whole entire energy has been on my husband and my children. That's it. My husband, my children, my God. That is my circle.
Bro, she don't have the money to sue
That's
people right now.
my what I focus my energy and attention on. And what other people say about me is none of my business. So I try not to even indulge. I don't watch no videos. I don't even want to know. My friends tell me a need to know basis. They don't go tell me when stuff pops off. I go to them like, hey, this family member's calling me, and they only call me when something's happening on social media. Did something happen? And then all of a sudden I hear, oh yeah, this rumor is being spread now about Vaughn no longer being here. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And while Vaughn is literally, he was doing great at that moment, that rumor was spread, he was doing good. I mean, like Vaughn, his room at the house in the mountains, double doors to the outside. The outside is beautiful. I have videos of the outside that I am going to show, just to show how incredible that house is. Like it's amazing. The outside view where Vaughn was at in the mountains was no wonder why he was healing. Of course. How can you not? It's a great place to be.
Shout out the mountains.
Hold on.
Bro, just go offline.
I've been getting paid $1,000 a month, if not more, just from this app on my phone.
Already, we're all tired. But we're here being nosy as. Oh my gosh. Yo, I think I'm gonna head out soon because bro, it's almost midnight over here.
That's so evil.
I'm fucking tired.
Sweet woman, brain cells do not renew themselves because of lack of oxygen. Okay, that was a really harmful thing to say and hurtful. I don't know what made you want to say that or what made you think that that would help me out. I hope that you really just think about the effect that your words have on people, because Vaughn is special enough to be loved even now, despite him being in this state that he's in. The way that it's funny, the girls, it's so funny because Vaughn, the way he has a whole personality, y'all just don't know. Y'all, it's just crazy. So many people said I showed all of my life. Like what? I didn't even show half, not even a quarter. Like I would go live almost every day, but there's 24 hours in a day, boo. Like let's just say I went live for 4 hours in a day. That's 20 hours I'm not live. And yet people want to act like they know everything that happens behind closed doors when 20 plus hours a day, y'all don't even know what happens. It's crazy how people swear they knew. I show everything. No, I don't. No, I don't. There's so much that people don't see. But regardless, Vaughn did not have any function after this. He was completely gone. He went from that to eyes open, making noises, opening his eyes, batting his eyelashes at me, like pulling me. He pulls me. I hold his hands and I move it, and then he's already pulling me towards him. There's so many things that he does that you can't tell me, oh, he's gone forever. No, he's not. And it's shown. But I don't need to tell you that. I just need to know and have faith that he will. And it's amazing to see. And my children, this builds up their faith that although this is what's going to be said in the medical textbooks, and this is probably what doctors like, look at the human body and how incredible it was made. It's amazing.
God's amazing. But all right, hopefully she gets
Thank
off.
you, Ashley.
Someone
I
says she still has a
appreciate
lot of water. Bro.
How was the first visit?
All right, she's gonna be answering
I
questions.
don't remember the first visit.
All right, guys. So I will have to recap you guys tomorrow because this is going for too long. And
Okay, so I think that was the end of it. There is one more part, but I don't think that there's much to it. So hold on one second, and I want to show you guys something really quick. Okay. So I want to read some of these comments real quick. Just a couple of them, just to give you guys an idea of, you know, what other people are saying. And she was not fame. Don't do it. It's still not going to be good enough for the tragedy pins. They're going to pick on the color of the walls. Molly did a video saying she's famous, basically. She's not famous in her fucking dreams, okay? Okay, so someone says, for someone who doesn't like drama, she sure likes to post it and say what videos are on the way. Another person said, I'm so happy she's back. Vaughn will heal and tell us all the truth. Another person says, she deserves an Oscar for that performance. Yes, I couldn't sit through the entire live, but was waiting and hoping you'd do a video about it. Danny, just want to say how much I appreciate your ability to look at every situation from both sides. Mi gente, you're amazing. You are not a follower and call out people for wrongdoings, including their good traits. Hugs and prayers to you and your wife and your babies. She said they shut the whole hospital down, which she either exaggerated or didn't understand that they didn't shut the whole hospital down because everyone was afraid. They took precautionary measures for it to be impossible to shut the whole hospital down for one social media person. It's a sad situation. I wish them all the best. She has a doctor who is giving her some homeopathic stuff. She probably hasn't been paying too much attention to the doc, but whatever, she must be heading. Well, this person, I don't know. I have difficulty believing staff was too scared, as she explained it. Hospital personnel would have asked staff not to watch the news or social media concerning the situation. I think there's some exaggeration. I do wonder what happened with Vaughn's biological mom, the GoFundMe she had up, and all those donations Molly had posted at the top of her videos every day. I dealt with stage 4 with my stepdad, and I know how severe bed sores can be. Prayers to your father. Her admins are doing the blocking. She doesn't always know who's being blocked. Hold on. I'm sorry. As a medical professional, there are things that she said that don't add up. On top of her giving them the K word, which is known to cause seizures. On top of her giving him the K word, which is known to cause seizures. Vaughn doesn't have a history of seizures per his family, and she admitted to triggering his seizures on purpose. I believe she started his seizures and controlled him. Spare me the sympathy. Until I can hear from Vaughn, I don't believe her. Okay, I'm going to read a couple more here. I know she gets upset, but I see no tears. I hear her voice crack, but that's about it. I don't buy it. Not saying she or her parents deserve that, but people react to things differently and sometimes terrible ways. Not everything needs to be put online. This is a private family issue. Well, if I were him and woke up and saw her spill all my personal things out to 14K viewers on the internet, full face of glam, nails brand new, I would feel some type of way. This is so uncalled for, and she's the one that's basically poisoned him to get him to this point. Why did she secretly record him then? Or why didn't she call the ambulance and get him help once he started having seizures back to back more often? Something is off. I don't care if you love him and you see his health is worsening, then get him help. Simple. Okay, last one. That's quite the speech she prepared. I don't believe a cord that comes out of this chick's mouth. I don't care what anyone says. She had something to do with this, especially getting him hooked on that junk. I bet she hasn't been to the hospital for the last 6 months and probably moved in at this point because she didn't give a F about him. He was going to leave her. She couldn't handle it. She hasn't changed at all. Still lying, so fake with no emotion. And it's all about her. Like usual. She's always playing the victim. She's reading off something. Like, give me a break. If you have absolutely nothing to hide, you don't have to look at a paper. Okay. So that gives you guys a little bit of what people are saying. Okay. So before I bring up this last part, which I don't think that she says much. Okay. I'm happy that she finally came back. I don't think she should have left, but that's just my opinion. You know, everybody handles situations differently. And I understand the situation that she was in, why she wouldn't want anything to do with that. That's totally understandable. But I feel like if I look at it from the tragedy pimps aspect, her leaving is exactly what they wanted her to do. Because the reason why I feel like the number one person that keeps picking on her and picking on her and picking on her, the reason why Mega Mouth keeps continuously picking on her and picking on her is because she's jealous of her. And she wanted to run her off the internet. Okay, that's just my opinion. Hey, Aesop, it's good to see you. Thank you guys all for being here. I love you guys so much. Okay, so hold on 1 second here.
I'm trying to. Okay, let's just start from here. And no, she's not live right now.
But he's not good in there for good reasons. My husband, after he left the care facility, I'm just going to say it.
You guys, this is the second part, okay? We're not going to watch. He's only talking about this for a couple minutes. He doesn't talk about this the whole time. But he's just going over key parts that he missed because he wrapped up the first one. So this is just the rest of what she was saying from the first live that she did on Monday. He just covered the rest of it the following day.
Because he has to go somewhere. He can't stay here in the ICU forever. These are things that they told me. So
Thank you for the stars.
I was very
Appreciate
well
it.
aware. The VA hospital is for emergency measures. After here, he's going somewhere else. And
I just want to say, when I saw this, when I saw she was live, bro, she looks very healthy. I know in the past videos, she looked really thin, bro. She looks sick. She looks sick, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure a lot of people notice that too. But no, she looks good. She looks like she's doing better. You know what I mean? So just want to put that out there because that's progress.
so glad whenever he left. And I'm going to talk about that visit that Vaughn had at the VA hospital with family members. I'll get to that another video, so stay tuned for that. But whenever he left, he went to a new facility, and he never left that facility. Whenever Vaughn moved, it was because the staff at the VA had sent him there. When my husband went to the step-down
on her during this. No, I'm literally paying this much. I'm going for Marvon's care, and I'm like, bro, 11,000 a month is crazy. Like, bro, I don't know how much money she had in savings because she said she was using the money in her savings or in their savings to pay for this. And this is why she's coming back on to social media, because, you know, she's basically going broke paying this much money, and she also wants to get a home for her and her kids, which is understandable. You know, at least she came out and said, yo, no, I'm literally paying this much. I'm going broke. Well, she didn't say I'm going broke, but she said, you know, I'm paying this much. I need income to support, buying a house, to get a house, because yes, you do need a few pay stubs for the bank to see that you're all Gucci, you have money coming in. And yeah, I mean, I applaud her for that. I applaud her for that, because she was like, you know what? Yes, I'm gonna go back to social media and do this for my kids and the care her husband needs. Um, are you live or did you repost from last night? No, I'm live right now. So yes, this is what she said. She's coming back on because she needs the money. She also said that CPS was obviously involved, because a lot of people called CPS on her during this whole saga, and we know that because people were saying, "Yo, she's feeding her kids K, or she's giving her kids K," and I don't want to say because I don't know if that word is allowed, but if people don't know what K is, if you guys could please fill them in the comments, in the chat. But she ended up saying, yo, that video was false. It was not K. It was actually gingered. So from all that, yes, CPS was involved. Police department was involved. They did a whole investigation. And like I told you guys, her name has been cleared. She states that in this live. But if I'm being honest with you guys, she contradicts herself a lot in this video, right? Yes, I agree with you. Some of you guys say, yo, she's going in circles so much. For example, contradiction was in the beginning of her life, she said she had a lawyer. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. It was late at night. It was 11. She said she had a lawyer, but at the end of the live, actually an hour in, she goes, you know what? I don't have a lawyer. I'm not suing anyone. I don't know if she messed up by saying she had a lawyer in the beginning, or she like, yo, I don't want to tell them I have a lawyer because I want to catch them off guard. The people I want to sue, blah, blah, blah. But she goes on and says, you know what? I don't have a lawyer, blah, blah, blah. So I just don't know. She was going in circles, contradicting herself. She said she didn't have a lawyer. Yeah. But in the beginning, she said something about having one. But like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry, I'm reading the chat right here. Sell the house, more to home. She has more than us. I don't know. I don't know all about that. But then she talks about why Vaughn is in the hospital and then he was in the house. So let me skip to that moment, to that key part for those that missed it last night. Because bro, this was a 2-hour live. Keep in mind, we weren't in there for 2 hours.
Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Ashley McKnight.
She does look healthy, yes.
Okay. There is someone that works at the care home that Vaughn is at. There's only 4 people there. You know, it was really sad when Vaughn's mother put out that really whack. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Nah, speak your feelings.
Excuse me. I don't want to be petty. I don't. And I'm trying to put my nuck if you buck side away. So
Nuck
bear
if you
with me,
buck.
please. When Vaughn's mother posted that poem, it was.
Hold on, let me read this comment because it's interesting. Someone said, but why does she have to pursue social media? It caused so much in her life, yet she chooses to go back. Understandable, guys, but you guys got to realize the social media money, the money people make off of social media is a lot, bro. I'm not lying to y'all. If I had a guess, probably her doing videos, I don't know, if she gets back to normal, like normal views and content, probably over 100K a month, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So easy money, yes. Doing something you love, bro, that's go for it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie and say no. I would struggle getting a 9 to 5 or working my ass off overtime to just make 2,500 a month. Hell no, bro. I would go for that 100K. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure she's gonna earn more now. And I just put 100K out there just a number, right? It could be 20K a month. We know what people make, but social media money, let me tell you, is a lot, dude. Is a lot.
Only to
And he is very right about that. Like when you get to a certain point, and you have as many followers as her, especially on Facebook, because Facebook pays more than YouTube. And, when you get to a certain point, you are making a significant, huge amount of money. The only thing that I will say is that when it comes to social media, it's amazing to get on here and do the things that you love and follow your dreams. It's absolutely amazing. The only thing is, until you get to a point where you have over 1 million, followers, it's not consistent. You know what I mean? Like there are some times where it's very consistent and there's some times that it's not. You know what I mean? Whereas at least when you have a 9-to-5 job, you know what you're going to get every single week, But when it comes to social media, it's not a consistent number. Your views are always going to go up and down, up and down, up and down, until you get to a certain point where no matter what you do, you can literally come on and do a video watching paint dry and you have millions of followers and people are going to watch you,
create negative feelings for you to have towards me. Vaughn was in an assisted living with 4 people in a house.
Home like care in the mountains. And I know people were confused, like how the hell, like something I don't know. Yesterday y'all were telling me like something about mountains in the desert. Yeah, bro, if you live in Arizona, you know what that means. But yeah, and then she goes on and shows and says, Vaughn is doing better. He's making noises, and she actually recorded Vaughn and showed the noises here on the,
because he was so dried out. The tube that's in his belly, the JG tube, I would imagine his organs being so dry from being so dehydrated that he shriveled up. And now that cord is kinked.
take a nap will wake you up.
Because of the severe dehydrated state that this person left my husband in, he's not even in the condition to get surgery to fix it. That peg tube is for his water. It's for his food. It's what keeps him going. And he can't even have it through there no more. So this is certainly a different change of events now. And this is bad enough to make me want to come back on social media after I was like, I'm out. No thanks. I don't want no part of this. And so now he's in the hospital and they weren't giving him what he needed. He went from being super dehydrated. He went to the hospital. His veins were flat. Got an ultrasound machine. Couldn't even do it because his veins were flat.
Update on this whole Darman situation that I talked about last week. He gave all of us an update.
Okay, shout out to the Chisme Report. Love him, and I think he's amazing. And I really, really think that he has a way of looking at things in all aspects, and that's what I have to do right now. Okay, so with Dre, I'm like I said, I'm so happy to see that she's back. I think, like I said, and if it was me, I would have never left. But however, everyone is different and everyone handles things differently. And I think that it's amazing that she was able to show so much poise and grace and be so classy throughout this whole thing when they were literally slaughtering her every single day. And I'm talking about still to this day, they are still talking shit about this woman. and doing everything that they can, even though she's been cleared, to accuse this woman of having something to do with why Vaughn is in the position that he's in now. Now, here's one thing that I'm going to say. I have covered this. I have given my opinion. And one of the things that stood out to me that Dre said is her saying that, you know, people on social media were saying so much horrible things and, you know, we're talking about her and taking things and running with it. That may very well be true. But the problem I have is that there's still no accountability, because even though I have to look at things critically, and I'm not going to pretend that I didn't see what I seen. Okay. It's just because I don't like Megamouth and the rest of her tragedy pimps and Justice for All, just because I don't like them. This is a woman that still put her saliva on her husband. And that was literally the first TikTok video I seen where she was acting very, very erratic. She was having very erratic behavior. Given the circumstances, obviously, when you think about things now, she was in a horrible predicament, but she was doing a lot of things online that had people looking at her sideways. That's out of that whole of knowing of her coming live and saying everything that she said. That's what sticks out to me the most, is that you are acting as though you didn't put things out there for people to take and run away with it. Like you were filming yourself in the hospital with him while he's laying there in a coma. You can't sit there and say that people made up certain things that they seen or took certain clips and, you know, adjusted them to make you look bad. We still seen things, you know what I'm saying? And we still seen things that were questionable, like, whoa, what is she doing? You know what I'm saying? But I still feel like there's nothing more to this story. Even though she was doing questionable things, even though she was doing things that had us looking at her sideways, she's been cleared. She hasn't done anything. And even the little bits of footage that I watched, that we all watched, okay, we all seen that if she didn't care and love her husband deeply, then why would she still be keeping him here? Because ultimately she's a wife and she could make that decision not to. But she's choosing to fight with her husband. So therefore, it's time to move on from it. But yet here we still have people like Megamouth. And now, from what I've seen, who put that? Who put that? I don't know if she took it down, but Diamond Cutter put part of it up. But yeah, she wanted to put a Cash App, and to surprise Justin said no Cash App, and he got upset. It's on Diamond Cutters. Okay. Thank you for telling me that, Kim. It scares the crap out of me that people fall for MGL's lives. That it is. It's disgusting to me. I can't believe MGL is trying to con money again, saying Vaughn's dad wants to fly out there tomorrow to try to see. Now, see, that's what I'm saying. Even with Ms. Letitia, my position always still stands with that. I still believe that she should have been allowed to see her child. I believe that all differences should have been put aside for the sake of Vaughn. But that's my opinion. We're all entitled to our fucking opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, right? But I understand now why Dre is being so protective towards her husband at this point. Because here you have these people Okay. You have Von's family, and they're aligned with this horrible, evil person who has slaughtered her up and down, far in between, and still to this day, literally a month ago, they lied and said that Von was no longer here. They made up a fucking article and lied and said he was no longer here. So if you're still aligning yourself with them, these trash ass tragedy pimps, then I could see now why she doesn't want anything to do with anyone who is aligned with them. Because at the end of the day, they are dangerous. They're going above and beyond and still trying to put all of this on her, even though she's been cleared. Why would you want to be around somebody like that? And why would she want you? Why would she want to be around you and have you be around her husband when you are aligned with people and still associating with people that has done nothing but drag her up and down around the internet, that continues to drag her, that showed video footage of her in a very vulnerable time? Okay? Why should she want you around? So if Ms. Letitia, Ms. Juanette, Marvin Sr., if they're still aligning themselves with Molly, I understand why she doesn't want anything to do with them and doesn't want to let them see her husband. Because you shouldn't be aligned with her at this point. She has done so much, and she still continues to put this on Dre when she's been cleared. So therefore, you shouldn't want anything to do with her. And at the end of the day, you should at least cut all communication with those tragedy pimps for the sake of your son, to see your son, to prove to her, because ultimately she has the last word on whether you see your child or not, right? So therefore, you shouldn't want anything to do with the people that are dragging her and still keeps accusing her. At this point, you have to put your feelings aside for her. If you expect her to put her feelings aside for you, you have to do the same, regardless of how you feel about her. If you are aligning yourself with people like them, these tragedy pimps that keep dragging her and keep trying to put all the fault and blame on her, even though she's been cleared, if you continue to align yourself with her, then I understand why she doesn't want you to have anything to do with her, her family, her grandchildren, your grandchildren, or her husband, regardless of whether that's your child or not. She's the wife, and if you want to have communications with your grandchildren, with your child who is still fighting for his life in a coma, if you want to see your child, you would cut off all communications with the people that continue to bash your daughter-in-law, your son's husband. I believe in second chances, but this has gone way too far. And yes, his family is siding with evil, trying to say she MD'd him. Are they blind? This was his mental health, PTSD trip. Exactly. If I was in Dre's shoes, I would feel the same way. Exactly. MGL said he chose. Hold on. Where'd that go? MGL said he chose D than to be with Dre. Again, he didn't choose this. His mental. Exactly. I totally agree. Well said, Tia. Molly is crying about how broke she is. Nobody gives a fuck about. You know what? Karma is going to bite her in the ass. Period. You know what I'm saying? Period. And thank you for telling me that, because that's just funny to me. Molly is crying about how broke she is. If she is collecting money for someone, just know. Right. Allegedly, Miss Letitia still goes in. That's what I'm saying. Megabutt is happy. Oh, I like that. Megabutt is happy Dre came back. She sees dollar signs. Yeah, because she thinks that it's going to see, no matter what, this is all content for Megamouth, and I seriously think that she thinks that Dre's going to go back and forth with her. She's not going to go back and forth with you. It's not going to turn into content. And it can't be content if you're sitting there bashing her. You've been bashing her thus far, and she's never even acknowledged your fucking existence. Do you think she's going to now? Exactly. And she must really need the money, because why would she subject herself and family to all this hate all over again? Exactly. That's why she came back. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, she needs the money. She's spending a lot of money. It's really sad how the VA, they don't do anything, you know, for our veterans. And it makes me furious. It's one of the big things that need to change and that people need to advocate more for. Dre said it's costing $11,000 a month to stay where he is. I'm not sure if the VA is paying any of it or not. I'm not sure either, but regardless, she came back for a reason. And I think that number one reason is money. But that's where I stand, you guys. I'm always going to be the person. Your opinions can change. Okay. Everybody's opinion can change because stories evolve, stories change. You see things in different perspectives that you didn't once see. Okay. So that's why I'm saying I see how she's saying, you know, a lot of content creators, including myself, you know, did videos about her and we gave our opinion. And the difference between us and then the tragedy pimps is that we gave our opinion and we kept it moving. Once there was nothing else to talk about, we moved on, because that's what you're supposed to do. But there are reasons as to why people were looking at her sideways. And of course, we all know, another thing that stood out to me is she said, you know, she didn't put her whole life on the internet. Well, obviously, she didn't put her whole life on the internet. You can't be on the internet 24/7. I get it. However, there are still very personal things that she put on the internet. And when she was filming herself in the hospital with her husband, there were things that we all seen that we can't unsee. And I'm not going to pretend like I didn't see what I seen just because I can't stand Megamouth and her tragedy pimps. I'm not going to do that. There are things that we're seeing that all had us content creators looking like, what the actual fuck? Okay. And now that the story has more or less evolved, now we see enough is enough. She's been cleared. There are things that we may have seen that we don't agree with, but that's her husband. That's her family. And at the end of the day, she has been cleared. And that's the number one thing that people should pay attention to. But I don't blame her now, even though my opinion still stands. I think that from the very beginning, she should have put her feelings aside and let Ms. Letitia see her child. Okay. However, now I understand why she wouldn't let them, any of them, go near her child or her husband. I'm sorry. Why she wouldn't, why she would be so very much against it. Why? Because you're still aligning yourself with people who are trying to accuse your son's wife of ultimately doing this to make him in the position that he's in. I would never, ever want that negativity around myself, around my children, and around my husband who is fighting for his life. So I don't blame her for feeling the way that she feels now. They should, and to me, regardless if I'm a mother and I'm in that position, I'm cutting off all ties with whoever I have to cut off ties with so I could see my child. Okay? I'm taking whatever money I have to get an attorney so I could see my child. That's what I'm saying, you guys. Stories evolve and your opinion changes because you look at things and sometimes it's harder to see the bigger picture until things are blatantly obvious in your face. You're like, whoa, like I can't make up excuses for this person anymore. Where's the money? Where is the money? And why is there no attorney so you could fight to see your child? Yes, that's called maturity, Tia. Being able to see things rationally and maybe change some understandings. Exactly. Because the real thing is, and I think Phoenix even said this, drop the tragedy pimps that keep continuing to use you for content, for revenue, okay, for money, for profit. Drop them and try to come together as a family for Vaughn. How about that? Do you know how I'm sure, especially because Dre says Vaughn is, he's made some really great improvements. She played a recording of him where he is like mumbling and things like that. So he knows what's going on. How about put all your differences aside, drop the tragedy pimps, okay? Because as long as you're aligned with them, they're going to make sure that you always continue this drama with Dre. They don't want peace. They don't want y'all to come together for Von's sake. That's not what the tragedy pimps want. They want y'all to continue bickering and going at it with each other. So what should happen is drop the tragedy pimps and come together, because I'm sure that could definitely contribute to Von's healing process if he sees all of his family together. His mother, his father, his stepmother, his wife, his beautiful wife, his children. Do you know how wonderful that would be? But yet you're still aligning yourself with these people who are doing nothing but using you for money. That's it. It's like, hold on, let me read these comments. And she's drinking alkaline water now. Why does that make me giggle? Tia, Letitia was allowed to see Vaughn on the first trip to Arizona. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. If you have proof of that, please send it to my email, because I didn't know that. Dre never had a lawyer. I thought she did. I agree with the Chisme. I thought that she did, but she says that she doesn't. Listen, if she does have an attorney, I don't think it's a good idea for her to say that she does. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she should. I think that it should very well surprise them. I don't think they should know what her next move is. And if you're smart, you're going to always move in silence. So if she does have an attorney, I definitely think that she should keep that to herself. Exactly, Becca. I have learned so much lately. It's crazy. I did not know that, Becca. I promise if I did, I don't think my feelings would have been the way that they are. I think Letitia did see Vaughn. I could be wrong. She sure collected enough money for attorney and to pay for her trip. Right. Tia, I thought in the beginning Letitia did have a visit with Vaughn. She may have seen him. I thought she didn't see him, or she might have seen him once, but the point is that that's her son and she should still see him more. And when I do know that when she did go down there, she was denied seeing him. But Dre's not done talking about this. More of her side is going to be coming out. And when it does, hopefully we can see that and see what she has to say. Ms. Letitia did see Vaughn, but I think only once. MGL claims she needed money for a lawyer, but that was a lie. Letitia seen Vaughn in July. She saw Vaughn without a lawyer. Okay, that's right, you guys. I do remember she seen him once, because when I remember now. Sorry, it's been a while. She did see him that one time because her and Dre had worked something out. So, okay, she did see him once. She saw Vaughn without a lawyer getting visitation. She could have stayed 3 hours, but stayed 30 minutes. Plus, when Vaughn came to GA, she would not come out of work to meet her grandson. I didn't know that part, but I do remember she did see him once. And then the first time she went out there, she was denied. Then the second time she went and she seen him. I remember now. So that's my fault. I'm sorry about that. Yes, in the beginning, come and love your son and lay your hands on him. You play with the devil, stay gone. I highly doubt Letitia had an attorney, in my opinion. Letitia is hanging with the tragedy pimps. That's what I'm saying. At this point, these people, you know, the tragedy pimps, they don't have your best interest at heart. All they see is dollar signs when they look at you. And I think that it has also become very obsessive for them because they made so much money profiting off of this entire situation, because that's what tragedy pimps do. They profit off of your tragedy. So, of course, they want to continue to profit off of it. But at the end of the day, if you love your child, you wouldn't align yourself with them, because at the end of the day, that's still your daughter-in-law. And that is still someone that your son loves, that he has children with. No matter what you feel as though he may be thinking or what you feel that may have happened, you're not going to know until nobody's going to know until Vaughn wakes up and tells his side of the story. So until that time, you shouldn't be aligning yourself with people like them, because they continuously drag Dre, talk about her. You know, they have put Dre's life in danger. You should never want to align yourself with people like that. So I don't blame Dre at this point for never wanting anything to do with them or anyone who associates with them people. Period. Dre said she did beat Raza when he was a baby. Yeah, I remember Dre saying that. The AZ law says anyone can visit him. No lawyer was ever needed. They made bank. I believe that they made bank way more than what they say. And the reason why I know that is because they're too obsessed. They're too obsessed with this story. They keep dragging it on. They keep talking about it. They made up fucking, listen, they made up so much about this story that to the point where, you guys, they are going to keep perpetuating and fabricating, speculating. They're going to keep doing these things because they want that money. When you make that much money profiting off of someone's tragedy, they're not going to even, I don't think they're going to let Miss Letitia try to work things out with Dre. But if you care for your son, that's what you be trying to do at this point. That's just my opinion. Dre was right about the money made off on tragedy, but none of it went to help his kids. And that's when we all started looking at things sideways, right? Because even myself, you know, I may not agree with the way people went about it, but where is the money? Nobody's talking about that anymore. Where's the like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like tens of thousands of right, Aesop, so much money made, profited off of this family's pain. A man who's been in a coma for 6 months, almost a year, okay, and nothing to show for it. Where is it? That's why they went above and beyond to extremes to get people to shut up. You know, it's sad. The money is long gone. I'm sure it is. Like, it's gone now. I mean, but they shouldn't be allowed to get away with it. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand. I don't agree with the way certain people went about it, but I understand why people are still calling them out to this day. Where's the fucking money at? Where is it? Why is nobody? Well, people are still talking about it, and people are not going to stop talking about it. Tia, MGL hides new details concerning Vaughn's family from Jaundice, and Jaundice does the same thing. These assholes are so greedy. They are. They are. They're greedy, and they're not going to stop until, I feel like, until people like Miss Letitia, Marvon Sr., Ms. Wynette, as long as they keep communicating, that gives them ties to keep talking about this story. And until they drop all communications with these tragedy pimps and understand that they're just using y'all, they're just using you. Trust and believe, MGL don't even fucking like black people, okay? She's a racist. She's using you for money, okay? So please understand that. I don't think Justice for All likes black people either. That's just my opinion. But I'm just telling you, she's using you for money. And until you drop all communications with her, I don't blame Dre for never wanting you to be a part of her husband's life and what's going on. Okay. So that's just my opinion, and my opinion stands. Yeah. Yeah, Kim. It would be easy to show proof of proof in regards to where the money went. Exactly. It would be, wouldn't it? All Dre asked them was to keep the private info off the internet, and they didn't. Tens of thousands of funds back. Absolutely. You guys are smart. I love how you guys can look at things in all aspects. Like I said, no matter how much I'm the type of person where I like to look at things critically. And even though, and this is just me breaking down her response, and even though I have never been vicious towards Dre, there were just things I seen that I didn't like, along with a lot of other creators who did videos. And then once there was no more updates, we kept it moving, okay? And we all know what the tragedy pimps continue to do. We all had our opinions, but I'm not going to deny the things that I've seen, the things that we all seen. But we also can't deny the fact that at this point, especially since she's been cleared, nobody deserves this. She deserves to be able to come on social media, do her job, love her job, take care of her family, and take care of her husband. And we are all praying for Von. I truly believe that he is going to wake up. Okay. You have to speak things into existence. But until that time, we don't know his side. But I guarantee you, when he does wake up, I guarantee you he's not going to be happy with the way that his wife has been drug all over social media, for one, especially how the people he loves have aligned themselves with people who is dragging his wife. Children's Services called on his children. He's not going to be happy about that, period. At what point does Von's feelings matter? At what point do people stop and say, how would my baby feel about all this? That's what the parents should be doing. How would my son feel about this? That's what everybody should be doing at this point. And I truly believe that healing comes from love too. Okay? Love can heal you. And I think that if they all came together, and I'm talking about Von's parents, his family came together with his wife, and I seriously think that would be so amazing for Von, because he's who matters right now. Okay. Yes, the kids matter, everything like that, obviously, but I'm talking about this man who is fighting for his life and who has been for a long time. It's nobody's fault what happened to him. Okay. It's nobody's fault. Mental disease, and it's a different topic, and we will talk about it another day, but mental diseases are real, and it does come to that point where you do feel like you just can't take it anymore. Ultimately Von needed help, and he didn't get that help, and my heart and prayers are with Dre. Her kids, her family, they always have been from day one, even when I didn't like the things that I saw. But at this point, she deserves to be left alone. And she's not going to be left alone, because you have these greedy assholes that continue to perpetuate nonsense over and over and over again. And lastly, do I think that people should be held accountable for where that money is, yes, because you literally profited off of other people's empathy. You profited off of that, but that's what they do. And that's why people need to continue to call them out, because we don't want to see this shit being done again to another family, do we? No, we don't. You guys want to call out all these people that don't do half the shit that Bullhorn Betty does, Molly Golightly, Justice for all of them fucking tragedy pimps that continue to do the same thing over and over again, profiting off of other people's pain. And you want to be petty and call out stupid shit when this is the shit that needs to be called out. Okay? She needs to put a restraining order on Molly and Justin and make it stop. You know what, Hills in the Air? I agree with that. Because Vaughn would say, if you cared about me the way you claim, you would have treated my wife and children better. Instead, you crucified Dre while I lay. Exactly. It's true. I mean, wouldn't anybody say that? Like, no matter what you think, you don't know anything, you know? And at this time, she's been cleared. None of us know Vaughn's side of the story, okay? And when he wakes up, we'll get his side of the story. But until then, if you care about your baby and you want to be there for him, then you have to respect his wife. That's it. And his children, you know what I'm saying? And if you can't do that and you're not respecting her, if you're aligning yourself with people who are accusing her of doing awful things to put her husband where he is, that's not respect for her. You should see how MGL reacted to Dre's video. Her son is upstairs and she is so vile and disgusting with the things she says. I feel bad for her prize kid right now. I'd be like, shut the fuck up, mom, and take off running. You know, and that's one video that I don't think I would want to see, because it would just piss me off. It really would, because, you know, at the end of the day, she's a horrible, awful person, and she's jealous of Dre. She is. That's why I say I understand why Dre got off social media. But if it was me, you know, they're jealous of her. You know what I'm saying? They will never have as many followers as she does. They will never have those things. So therefore, just like Dre said, you know, you have this woman who's married, you know, has a child, who has a nice house, has nice things. She always fucking brags about him. But a lot of the nice things that she has, you know, and that she brags about getting, Gucci freaking nail polish, whatever, is off the backs of other people in the first place, right? But regardless, if you're as happy as you claim to be, then why are you so miserable talking about other people, making up lies, slandering people? Happy people don't do that. They don't. You should just watch Dre's second video from her page, not Molly's. I'm blocked from Dre's page. So if somebody wants to send it to me, I'll be happy to play a little bit of it, and then we can continue tomorrow. But I didn't see the second video. So if anybody has it, you can send it to me. Yes. If you don't like her, just leave her alone. Exactly. Did you hear that both MGL and her sister are now saying they're both 5% black, and they both laughed, and so did 5% black. Okay. They're such trash to me, but I was blocked from Dre's page a long time, like in the beginning of when this first started, because in the beginning when Goose was a mod and I was cool, I was cordial, I was on Molly's panel one day with Miss Letitia, and I was blocked after that. So because I'm blocked, I can't see anything. They're not freaking, you know, disgusting. She blocked a lot of creators ASAP, including Chisme. He actually had to use his other account to get to see her second. So she has a second live that she did on Facebook. Let me see. I bet MGL won't show proof of her. Yeah, I would like to see proof of that. And even if she was, it doesn't change the fact that she's a racist. I stand firm on that. I'm not stupid. I can tell just by the things she says, the way she acts. She's a fucking racist. A big one. Okay. Not one that there's any hope for. Let me see. Whoa. Wait, let me see if Chisme may have. I don't think he did, but MGL should get a chance. Right, Commander? Molly is soliciting donations again. Yeah, she is. I heard she is. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And what is she like? What is her reasoning for donations this time? One person said because Marvon Sr. wants to go back. Wants to go. Okay. Y'all made money off of this. You don't have money to go back and to fly to where they're at to see your son? Did you see Boston Bridges' video of her begging for money and how she puts them on blast for bit buying memberships? No, I didn't see that. Who's buying memberships? Yeah, Vaughn's dad wants to fly to see and to talk to the police or something. Again, these are things that she will continue to do because she's trying to buy them. She's trying to continue to keep them on her side because this is how Molly feels that all Black people are. That Black people will sell their soul just for money because according to her, in her brain, in her racist mind, Black people don't have money. So she can just continue to lie and continue to, buy them by using her followers, her subscribers to send this family money, right? Because she thinks all she has to do is continue to give them money and they'll continue to align with her. And if they continue to align with her, the more that they can continue to lie, fabricate. For goodness sakes, this woman just made up the fact that Marvon was no longer with us. And you still want to talk to her? Give me a break, okay? Because like I said, no matter what it is that you think in your head, no matter what it is that you think, you don't know. Nobody knows Vaughn's side of the story. So until then, you need to be doing whatever you have to do to stay civil and cordial with your son's wife until he wakes up. And I get the feeling that when he does wake up, you're not going to hear the things that you want to hear. I seriously, truly believe that he's going to be upset that his wife was put through all of this, that his children were put through this ordeal, this horrible ordeal. However, like I said, I still stand firm in the fact that when we as creators were talking and doing commentary about Dre's story, we didn't pull these things from thin air. Okay. We saw what we saw and we did commentary about it. Commander Turkey, can you see her running around talking about how everything is magically delicious? Mooley announced that T-Pass. I would never talk. Exactly. I would never want anything to do with her again. Even if she made a mistake. You don't make those type of mistakes on my child. I would never want anything to do with her after that. Others would do whatever they have to do to be there for their loved ones. Exactly. And that was the number one argument, even with Dre. That's what we all said with Dre. You need to put your differences aside and let Miss Letitia see her child. Well, if you want her to put her differences aside, you should be putting aside the people that continue to bash and slander her all over the internet. Okay, there has to be some compromising here. Okay, can't be just one person. You have to do that as well. No matter what it is that you think, you don't know for sure. And she's been cleared. Oh my God, Tia, guess what? Flavor ran and buddied up. Some suspect MGL is buying Flavor. Yeah, well, I wouldn't put that past. Like, I don't know Flavor. All I know is I don't know her. I don't know anything about her. I just know that the people I don't like, I don't fucking like you. I'm not gonna ever like you again. You continue to bash and lie on me, lie on my name. I don't fucking like you. And I'm not going to ever change my mind. So I am going to, hold on, let me see something here because I was looking at the Chisme. No, he doesn't have her second one. Wait, does he? Yeah, he does. Hold on. It's only 9 minutes. Let me pull this up real quick. I would never forgive MJ after what she said about my son and how she treated me. I'm sorry she treated you that way too, Melody. And I wouldn't either. Like, I don't like you. Okay? I stay in my fucking lane. You can stay over there and stay in your lane. I don't talk to people who bash me, who lie on me, who slander me, who talk shit when they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Okay? I don't want nothing to do with any of you. You keep my name out of your mouth. That's what you need to do. And when it comes to people like Mega Mouth, well, guess what? I don't care if she's keeping my name out of her mouth. She should have never spread lies about me in the first place. So now you're on my radar. I don't like you. I don't think you are even a human being. I think you are the fucking devil. And I don't like you. And we have to fight against evil. And that's it. So, hold on. Let me bring this up. When Flavor was here trying to say they blamed Tia, trying to get Tia to bang on them, and now look where she is. Exactly. She was in my comments saying, oh, they said that they said you called children's services or something. I'm like, what? I haven't even, like, what? I don't do that shit. I don't play around with that shit. I would never do something like that. And then come to find out they never even said that. Like, it's like you're causing trouble. I don't know her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about her. Flavor buried the hatchet with bomb and apologized to Purple Girl for making her feel unsafe with whoever called CPS on her. Okay, let me see here. But if she didn't do it, why apologize though, ASAP? You know what I'm saying? The pimps still refuse to talk about the fact that Dre has been cleared. And they're not going to. Because why would they? That goes against their narrative, Rachel, you know? Hold on here. See something. Okay, I don't think that's I think that's the same live that he did. That's so embarrassing, dude. How desperate can one be? Wait, they never blamed Tia. That was a lie. Exactly. So Flavor came over here and both face lied. From what was said, yes. I mean, that from what the proof was sent to me, now they could have, because they've been lying about me this far, so I don't see why they wouldn't now. But supposedly my name was never said, so I don't know if it's true or if it's not true. And there's nothing wrong with burying the hatchet. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I think ultimately I'm just different. I'm made from a different cloth, y'all. It is what it is. I'm the type of person where if a person, you know, says the N-word and says certain things and, you know, makes derogatory skits about Black people, things like that, I'm looking at you sideways from that point. I don't want anything to do with people like that. And you know, that's just the way that I am. That whole group is one big slimy wrecking ball. Aesop, I heard straight from P's mouth that she didn't blame Tia, but that comment she made was that she wouldn't doubt if Tia did because that was her personal info. Well, either way, sorry, I had to read that again. Either way, that's still kind of blaming me because first of all, why would I, okay, call children's services on someone? I have kids. Like, why would I ever do that? And secondly, I don't have her personal info. I don't care about her personal info. That's the thing. And at the end of the day, everybody knows what her house looks like because of Megamouth. But regardless, I don't know her personal info. I don't go and look people's personal info up. That's probably stuff that I don't do that shit. I don't have time to do that shit. I don't care about her. I don't talk about her. I unmodded her and kept it moving. She's the one who didn't do the same. So why, if I'm not talking about her, and the only way that I ever would acknowledge or talk about her is if she's talking about me, then why in the hell would I do something like that? That's a horrible thing to do to anybody. But sorry, I don't even think about you enough to even think about doing that shit. I just think it's hilarious that Flavor flips so easily. Like, yeah, doesn't seem like your character one bit. There is one specific person in that whole group who has been moving through YouTube for years. CPS calling, right? Like, you can watch her second live on TikTok. Oh, thank you, Rebel. Are you talking about Dre? I didn't even know that CPS was called on her, but I would never put someone through that or their kids. And at the end of the day, even though I don't like her, she's a good mom. I've spoken with her. I've heard her kids in the background. They seem healthy, happy. Why the fuck would I do that? That's disgusting. Okay. That's for people who, like, now, because she's been talking about me so much, if that was to happen to me, I could have a reason to think it's her. Okay. Because she's been talking horribly and lying on me since I unmodded her. But if you think for 1 second that I would ever call CPS on anybody, I didn't even know that that happened with her. Nor do I care, because it ain't none of my damn business. That's what you get for talking shit about people. When you talk shit about people, guess what? That's the way it works here on YouTube. So as long as you keep running your mouth about people, get used to it. Okay? But look at the people who have a reputation of doxing and doing those types of things, because that ain't over on this fucking channel. We don't dox over here. We don't talk about people. I know what it's like to have that CPS call on me. I would never put that on anybody else. So keep my motherfucking name out of your mouth. How about that? God, I wish I never met that girl. All right, so I didn't know Flavor when she crossed MGL, so I didn't know of her to be grimy. Yes, Dre has been going live on TikTok simultaneously on Facebook. Oh, okay. Well, let's see here. And then you guys get my opinion about this entire thing, and I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. At the end of the day, I do wish Dre Mccray the best, and I will continue to keep you guys updated. Okay. I will continue to keep you guys, updated on everything that I can. I wish that everyone could come together, for Von's sake, and just get rid of all the negativity. And that seems to be what Dre wants as well. But I don't blame her for why she's acting the way she is, because look at it from her perspective. Anyone who has a husband, significant other, if you were, God forbid, but if anything like that was to ever happen to you, wouldn't you go above and beyond and do whatever you had to do to protect the person that you love? You know what I'm saying? I would do the same. I would not. You shouldn't want anything to do with these people who have caused trouble from you thus far. People are talking about Miss Letitia. People still talk about, we all know how Miss Letitia's like, please leave me alone, blah, 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 blah. Well, people aren't leaving you alone because you keep aligning yourself with these tragedy pimps who keep profiting off of your pain, and until you stay away from them, you are aligned with them. And this story, they're going to continue to perpetuate, fabricate, and continue to make up lies. And I understand why Dre is handling things the way that she is. And I continue, like I've always said from the beginning, I will continue to pray. I will continue to keep you guys updated. And I hope that when Von wakes up, that he sets everyone straight. I really do. Okay, let me see something here. She said she never stopped paying nor left Dre Slay Mafia group. Yes, Dre has been going live. Okay, ASAP, she started out all for Dre and all the way against Molly. Then I'm not sure what happened. Who? I didn't know Flavor when she crossed MGL. Oh, okay, ASAP. That's how I look at it. That's what I say. You know, you speak things into existence, and I truly believe that he will wake up. You guys, and it's Flava. I think she is. Where's Flava from? I don't know. She, I think she was a friend of Dre's, or did she start off a friend of Molly's? I don't know. Okay. Wait, let me see this real quick. This is just pretty much her saying the same thing that she said. Just talking about how she's been off of social media. Now, one thing that you guys have to know is TikTok doesn't save live streams, which I don't know why they don't, but they don't save live streams. Man, I'm so glad Tia doesn't F with any of them. It just shows her character. I love you, Ari. And I love this picture. You're so gorgeous. She came from Facebook, Commander? Okay. I thought so. I didn't think she was from YouTube. Tuna Flava, I guess. I think she was Flava, the Dono girl, as Unirock's mod, someone said. Yeah, like I said, I don't have anything against Flava. I'm not saying, because I don't know her. I was never friends with her or anything like that. I don't know her. But her coming into my live, even though she may have said it the wrong way, she kind of stated it as, Tia, she's accusing you. But in that same sense, she still did, because she sat there and said, Tia knows my personal information. But here's how much I don't care about you. I don't know your information. Because when I unmodded you, I blocked you on everything. I'm not the type of girl that saves people's information and says, oh, I'm going to use it against you one day. No. If you no longer serve me, and how I look at it, and to not serve me, hear me out. I'm the type of person if I see that you are trying to use me in any way, try to dictate my channel in any way, that you are trying to manipulate me, which is my number one biggest pet peeve, I don't want anything to do with you. But the only difference between me and that girl is that I moved on. I unmodded her and somebody else, and I kept it fucking moving. Okay, but she's the one that continued to talk about me, continued to slander me, continued to bash me, continued to talk about things that she has no idea what she's talking about. Okay, and when she continued to do those, I picked and chose the things that I choose to respond to. Hell, I didn't even watch her anymore. I have not watched not one single live stream of hers, except for when Science Girl restreams her live or something, or played her live where she did that skit about Black people. I have not watched her. I don't watch her. I know how to move on with my life. Okay? But the one thing that I will say is, the few times that I have talked to her, she's a good mom. I used to tell her that, you know, she has, I don't know how many kids she has. I think she has a lot. So, and she's takes care of them. You know what I'm saying? She plays with them every time. Like, she would be in the group chat. She'd be like, I'm here. I'm at the park. I'm like, why would I call children's services on you? Girl, get the fuck out of here. Okay? You will do anything to slander me. Okay? Get over yourself. I don't care about you. I don't. Tia, is it true that you talked to Duke F the other night? He was talking about collaborating with Black creators. Who's Duke F? I don't know that person. Did you just make that up, Commander? Or I don't know who Duke F is. Commander, I seen that Pharaoh watched his live and he made a comment. It was 3 lives. Wait, is that the guy? Is that his name? Isn't he like a professor or something? I think I was in his, the one who wears the cowboy hat. Sending continuous prayers for Von, Dre, and their children. Me too, Rachel. Me too. Every day I pray. Oh, yes. I've been in his live before. And when I was in his live, this was like maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And when I was in his live, he wanted me to come up on his panel. But I don't randomly just go up on people's panels. I like for that to be planned, and it was late at night and I didn't want to wake my kids up, so I didn't go up on his panel, but I said maybe one day we can arrange for me to come up on his panel. Yeah, but I never said like, let's get together and collab. I just said one day, you know, if you want to plan, I can come up on your panel one day. He seems cool. I don't know him. That was the first time that I was ever on his live stream. So, so yes, I did say that I was going to come up on his panel one day. Hold on, I'm just reading you guys' comments. Yes, cowboy hat guy. Yeah. Yeah, I was in his live either it was a week ago or maybe 2 weeks ago. And like I said, I can't randomly come up on people's panel. Like, it's hard for me to do that. Like, I like planned stuff. I know that's weird. I'm weird. I mean, sometimes I'll come, like Science Girl, I know her, so I go up on her panel. Where is Science Girl, by the way? But I don't just, plus it was super duper late. Like, it was literally like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't want to wake up my kids. So I told him that one day I can plan to come up on his panel. Yeah. He changed his name. Was Duke Pharaoh. Now think he's Dr. That's it. Yeah. Dr. Pharaoh. Oh, Dr. Pharaoh Ali. And he was with Amber and crew. Something happened to where they're all at odds with. What in the hell? Why does everybody, why? You see, this is why I stay off the internet, y'all. Science Girl got rid of her channel. She promised that she wouldn't. He's really off the wall. Lately, I see nothing but crazy from him. I know you're your own, but Tia, I don't see you being on his panel. Okay. Yeah, I don't know him, you guys. Like I said, I just couldn't go up on his panel that night. I don't know him, but I do know that when I was on his channel, Amber was in there. And a couple other people. Now everybody's not talking. What is wrong with you people? Like I get it. I'm the type of like I get rid of mods like this. And I don't care. Because whatever it takes to get great mods, and I do have really great mods now, and I'm very, very happy and blessed. But the point is that sometimes things just don't work out. But I don't understand how all these people are like cool, and then they just, what happens? I just don't get it. It's like I'll be, gone off the internet, busy, living life for like maybe 3 days. And all of a sudden I come back and like everybody hates each other. This person is on this side now, and this person is over on that side, and this person don't get it. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? Oh my God. I can't. Alicia was on JJ's panel and chat the other day with different name. Oh, wow. Jeez, oh, criminy. Just watch a bit first. Okay, I will, because I only was able to watch a little bit of his live stream. when I was in there at that time. So I will definitely watch before I just go on somebody else's panel, you guys, for sure. For sure. And I appreciate you guys looking out for me and always being so amazing and being so patient with me. It's been a busy week this week, but we had an amazing birthday for Josiah. And hopefully, I don't think I have anything coming up. So all the lives should stay scheduled the way that they are. Tia, you're on TikTok all the time. On YouTube, it's been crazy madness. Yes, all is nuts right now. Yes, I'm on TikTok a lot more than YouTube, you guys. Sorry, I accidentally pressed the mute button. Not saying that TikTok isn't crazy, but I'm trying to build up my channel on TikTok, and I'm doing very good. I love TikTok, but all of my lives should be regular schedule from now on, and True Crime Thursday will pick up next Thursday, and we are going to be talking about something that is going to be very sensitive, but I want to tell this girl's story, and her name is Brittany. That's why I'm going back to just watching real creators that research a topic and publish/live on that. If not Tia, I'm bush watching. Oh, I love you, ASAP. I do. I miss Science Girl all the time. Like, I haven't seen her. I normally keep up with her live streams. She'll be back. If she's not here now, she'll be back. I'm sure. She probably just needs a break from everything. SG started a new channel, but she may have since hid or deleted it. Not sure though. SG's new channel name is/was The Scientist. The Scientist is watching you. Okay. I will check that out. Oh, thank you guys. I will tell him you guys said happy birthday, and I'm going to post some pictures of him and some pictures of him in this outfit that my friend sent him. Oh my gosh. It's so cute. I can't wait to show you guys. But there's some I'm probably going to show you guys when I create the, what do you call it? Discord. When I create the Discord, there's some I'm going to show you guys in there. But they're super, super cute. But I do thank you guys so much for your patience and just, staying by my side. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys always looking out for me too. I believe SG is taking a much needed break. She has a lot going on in her life. She's concerned about her mom's health. Yes, and that's good. I don't see anything wrong with her taking a break. Excuse me. Everybody needs it. There are some times, you guys, where even like you get tired of the drama. You get tired of being pulled which way. You get tired of hearing, it doesn't break you. You just get tired. You need a break from it. You know what I'm saying? You get tired of, I don't know how people can feed off of drama, because I cannot. Drama drains me. It's cool and it's entertaining to watch sometimes, but after a while, it's like, you need a break from YouTube. So I completely support Science Girl on that. Science Girl is such a beautiful woman. She's very charismatic. She's highly intelligent. She knows when it's time for her to take a step back, and there's nothing wrong with her taking a step back. All I asked her was to never just disappear. And if she's taking a break, I completely understand, because I've been doing that lately. Sometimes you get on and you have a live scheduled and you look at that live and you're just like, I can't do it, And I do feel like a lot of people are going through like holiday blues, including myself, where you get depressed, especially around my menstrual cycle. I get very, very depressed. So just understand that we as creators go through things, and especially when I'm the type of person that likes to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but I sometimes get so mad at the people I were ever cool with. I get mad at myself because I always say, why didn't I see this? You know, why didn't I see that? Or I seen that sign and I ignored it and stuff like that. I get mad at myself, you know, because there are people who try to cause nothing but drama to you and bring drama your way, you know. Hold on. I believe, okay, I read that. Happy belated birthday, Josiah. I will tell him. At least she's actually concerned about her mom's health and not streaming while she's in the hospital, right, Aesop? Aesop, you're on a roll tonight, like literally nailing it. I hate PMS. It's the devil's way of saying hi. That's true. That happens to her a lot on here too. She means well, but it's the others that have been effing her over. Oh my God. Same. I'm so emotional as F on my time of the month. I'm emotional and I get very depressed. I do. And it's prior to, not during. Once I start, it's like a relief, but it's those moments leading up to that, right? Yes, it's good to see you, Mercedes girl. What's mean? What's mean? Oh, when she was it's just crazy the way that some of these people here, like the internet is everything to them. It almost seems as though like people like Megamouth, that's all the fuck she cares about, right? But I could stay on here and talk to you guys forever. I think this was a really good live. I will continue to keep you guys updated on everything that's going on. And I'm going to continue to pray for Marvon, you know, his wife, Dre Mccray, her family. Like I've said that all the time, no matter what my opinion was of her, you know, I still always prayed for her and her family, you know, because I want Vaughn to wake up and I know he will. And I'm not the type of person that wants Vaughn to wake up because I want to hear his side of the story. I want him to wake up because he's young. He has his whole life ahead of him. He has children. And I want him to thrive. I want him, it's going to make me cry. I just want him to come out of this, you know. He made a horrible decision and it cost him being in a coma. And I just pray that he heals. And I do truly believe that if Dre had ill intentions for her husband, I seriously don't believe that she would be doing what she's doing. Do you really think that she would be shelling out $11,000 a month and all of these things if she didn't want for her husband to have the best care possible? And to be honest, I truly feel like when it comes to Dre, and I will say this too, that she knew eventually people would see the truth. That's why she didn't say anything. And I think now that she sees that people are seeing the truth, it made her feel more comfortable to come back on social media. Yes, there's so much more life that he has to live. So I know that he will make it through. What the hell's wrong with this damn charger? I know that he will wake up. Miracles happen every day. I believe in miracles. I've always thought Dre had unconventional practices, but they really loved each other. Yeah, you can definitely see that. I've always seen that. Even when I used to watch Dre back in the day, when I used to watch their skits, their comedy skits, Earl and Earl, was it? They were so funny. You know, or even when I would just watch them together as a couple, you can tell he loves his family. He loves his wife. And that's why I say, if you really, really want to be there for your son, respect his wife. Respect his wife, you know, and there shouldn't be there's no negotiations when it comes to respecting somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like Earl and Pearl, yes. They used to crack me the fuck up. Dre said both of his eyes are open now and he follows her with his eyes and blinks at her. I seen that. Yes, and that's good because like I said, she's the only one who can give the updates, you guys. Nobody knows anything. No matter how much people claim that they know something, nobody knows anything except for Dre. And I was really happy to hear that. Things have definitely changed. But then also, you know, one of the reasons why Dre said she came back to social media is because I guess he was being mistreated. And because he was being mistreated, I think she wants to get that word out there that people will start talking about how he was being mistreated, which if I had more information, I'd talk about that too. Even though I'm not the biggest creator, I would definitely be willing to put that out there, you know? Yes. Anyone who is feeling like they need somebody to talk to, all you have to do is dial, is it 188? Hold on. (988) 988. Anyone who needs any type of support internationally, I'm pretty sure it's all international, I think. 988. I try not to be too petty, but sometimes the petty escapes me, Commander. I'm going to do something stupid. I call my mom. I tell her everything. I used to tell my mom everything, Melanie, all the time. I couldn't wait to tell her anything. She would, oh my gosh, my mom would be like, what the hell is going on that internet? You need to stay off of it. And the great thing about my mom is my mom was the type where there's no way I would have ever gotten involved with the people that I've gotten involved with if my mom was still here, because my mom would have known. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is I am my mother and I do know, but I always put those things aside because I always want to give people the benefit of the doubt. But this is something that we all need to take away with us. Fuck the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes you just have to understand that people are the way that they are. And when you have that feeling about them, run. Okay? Run. National Suit. Thank you very much, ASAP. Hope hold on pain ends. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Good vibes and prayers, her and Von's way. I would love to witness that miracle. Me too. I just think love can definitely heal. And I wish that the families can come together for the sake of Von. You know what I mean? But when greed happens, people don't look at things like they normally would. Greed changes people. You know what I'm saying? Once you start getting that money, it changes you, you know? And that's something that I will always, no matter what, no matter where I get on YouTube, how successful I get, I'm always going to have people that keep me in check, people that make sure that I remain humble, because you can easily lose yourself when it comes to greed. Okay. You can. And people can just be so greedy to a point where they don't see anything else. They don't care about anything else. All they care about is that fucking money. And the sad thing about it is that, well, not even the sad thing. The great thing is that the longer people continue to bring awareness about them, the more it's going to get around and people are not going to align themselves with them. And that would even be my message to Miss Letitia and her family. Do you think that people are saying these things about Mega Mouth? Is showing proof of all the horrible things that she's done? Do you think that's just made up? Because it's not. It's time. Like, I just hope that I don't go and watch Molly. I don't watch people that I don't like. I don't watch people that I don't fuck with. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. I don't hate watch anybody. But what I will say is that I haven't myself seen Ms. Letitia hanging around in Molly's chat or anything like that. But I know other people have said that they have. And all I could say is I feel, like I said, this is me. This is how I am. I feel disappointed in myself sometimes because I'm always giving people the benefit of the doubt. That's what I do. And it always blows up in my face all the time. My dad's a miracle. He fell, hit his head, was a blood clot on his brain. They did surgery. He was in a coma for 3 weeks, woke up, had to learn everything again. Wouldn't know it. Oh, wow. That is such an amazing story, Rachel. God bless your dad. That is an amazing story. So miracles do happen and you're a witness to it. And so am I. Same thing with my mom. She was given 3 months to live and she lived 16 years. So miracles do happen. They happen every day. Thank you guys so much for being here, for supporting me, for being patient with me. And thank you for the birthday wishes for Josiah. I will tell him. And I'll try to remember to, I don't know how to do it. I'll figure it out though. That's great. It's in Spanish too. Oh, that's so cool, Ari. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. So I'll be back on here tomorrow. And tomorrow we will be talking about Maybay. I think there's some important things to talk about with her because I don't know if anybody's familiar with polylife, but Maybay is giving a bad name to people with polylife. And if you're going to do polylife and talk about polylife, then you need to get it right. I don't have anything against people with that do polylife, but don't lie about it. Okay? But it was great talking to you guys. I'm glad that we got to discuss this together. Even though I'm sure Dre doesn't like me, welcome back to Dre Mccray. I can't wait to see her slay because I still always watch her makeup lives here and there. I can't wait to see her slay. I cannot wait to see her show these tragedy pimps how she's better than them. Okay. And I also want to thank all of you guys again for being amazing. Don't forget how amazing you are. Make sure you look in the mirror and tell yourself how amazingly beautiful you are. And give someone a compliment tomorrow when you go out in public because you never know how you can change someone's entire day. That's important. And thank you guys for being here. I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow's either going to be about Maybay or taking down the Karens. Either or. So it's going to be taking down the Karens tomorrow and then Maybay the following day, or Maybay and then taking down the Karens the following day. We'll see how it works out. And I love you guys so, so much. Thank you for being so interactive, giving your opinions. Thank you for having my back. I will see y'all tomorrow. And don't forget, I always got y'all's back. Thank you for your support. I will try to remember to start the Discord. Anybody who is in my Facebook, who is a member, the Glam Fam, I have not, for one, I was locked out of my Facebook, but I'm just not that active on Facebook. So we are going to start a Discord for the Glam Fam. And when I start that, I will post it on my community post. Okay. Love you guys. Thank you to my amazing mods. You guys are absolutely amazing. All of you guys are. I will see y'all tomorrow, and get ready because we're going to have some fun. Okay. All right. Love y'all. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your night, and stay beautiful. Okay. Stay blessed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new, all my replay watchers, hashtag replay, and let me know what you think. Give your opinion as long as it's respectful. Okay. Deuces. Love y'all. Bye.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So